ABC Sports presents high school football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Don't Ford, Southeastern Med, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Allen Hunter State Farm, PVF Supply, Doudna Chiropractic, The Battery Depot, Dave's Buy, Sell, and Trade, Muskingum Valley Health Center, McVeigh Funeral Home, Sue Snowd State Farm, Surgeon Construction, First Ohio Home Finance, and Sharon Stone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for high school football, the most wonderful time of the year, playoff football. I'm Bill Castler. Joining me tonight, Mike Palaziak. We have a Division 7 Region 27 football game tonight between two outstanding football teams, small schools but good football schools. The Caldwell Redskins will be taking on Sciotoville East. They're a very, very good football team. I think, Mike, that we are in for a very good game tonight.
A team that had to make a trip, about a 3-hour trip from Portsmouth to get here, so maybe that possibly would take a little bit out of them, but you know what, you kind of put that behind you when you're playing a playoff game. Second round of playoffs here, and both teams held serve last week. The Redskins finished number 3 in the region, and the Sciotoville East Tartans finished 6th. So both of them held serve last week with opening round wins. So here we are, and we're looking for a real good one here this evening. Yeah,
now Sciotoville East, the Tartans come in at 6-5, and you're thinking, okay, they weren't that good. But something that we discovered about Sciotoville in talking with Coach Adam Bailey here tonight earlier on was through the middle of the year, they had some injuries to some key players. Now, they're a small school like Caldwell. You'll see these teams are pretty well balanced as far as their rosters go, about the same number of kids on each team. So they had a couple of kids that were out. Key losses for them through the middle of the season. They lost 5 games in a row, but without those players, if those players are there, it could be a different story.
You know what, and you brought up a good point. These are both small schools, and in general, small schools don't have a lot of depth. So if you lose 2 of your starters, sometimes you are in sad shape. And it was interesting that you did get a chance to talk to Coach Bailey, and we were kind of looking at their schedule, noticed they'd lost 5 games in a row, and he led us to maybe one of the good reasons why that took place.
Well, 2 of the guys they lost, the 2 players that they lost, number 1, Landon Purnell. Now, he is their speed guy. He's their outside guy, probably their best wide receiver. They move him around, so you'll see him everywhere tonight. He's number 1, not hard to find, and the other guy isn't hard to find either, number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald, and man, he's a big boy, isn't he?
He looks like an offensive tackle playing fullback.
He does.
Tell you what. And talking to Coach Rucker a little bit beforehand, I said, give me a little quick scouting report, on the Tartans. He says they will run the football. He said they're going to try to pound it down our throats. He said, the defensive line and linebackers for Caldwell will have a big task on their hands here tonight.
No doubt about it. It was kind of funny. We were watching them in pregame, and I saw some video, and I said, it looked to me like they were running kind of a wishbone. And we were watching them in pregame run some of their offensive sets, and you said that's not kind of a wishbone.
That's not kind of a wishbone. That is the wishbone, because when I first started in my coaching career at Meadowbrook, I worked under head coach Dan McGrew, and that's exactly what we ran up there, at Byesville. And if run well, it's a hard offense to stop. It's a good, very good high school offense if you got the right personnel. And just looking at the size of Sciotoville East, it looks like they've got the right personnel.
They do, and in talking with both coaches, you talk with Coach Rucker, and I talk with Coach Bailey. They said could come down to offensive lines. Real physical game on tap tonight, I think.
Exactly.
All right, hey, National Anthem is coming up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll step out, and we'll be back with more from the fairgrounds in Caldwell right after this.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm agent Allen Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ew. Stuck in a cycle of rewashing your clothes? Ugh. Because you can't remove tough laundry odor? Ugh. When detergent by itself can't cut it, use new Downy Rinse and Refresh. With a breakthrough odor-removing formula, it removes odors in one wash, better than the leading value detergent in 3 washes, keeping all your laundry fresh. Now you can break the cycle of rewashing with Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
We're back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell getting ready for the kickoff of the Division 7 playoff game between the Caldwell Redskins and the East High School Tartans. Mike, we were talking earlier, Tartans like to run the football a lot. You know, we have seen a lot of that out of the Caldwell Redskins this year.
The one thing I think that the Redskins may hold an advantage over the Tartans tonight is the fact they also have a good ability to pass the football, as witnessed by junior quarterback Cale Bender, who broke a long-standing career passing record last week that has been held since 1990 by Brett Riddle. He now has thrown for 1,867 yards in 11 games this year. So the Redskins are a little more diversified than what the Tartans are. If Caldwell is able to shut the run down, I don't know that the Tartans have that much more to go to.
No, I don't think they do. I think the reason I think it sets up evenly is I don't know that Caldwell will completely be able to stop the Tartans' run game because they are really, really diverse. They've got a number of different players you need to look at. Of course, we talked about number 1, Landon Purnell. We talked about number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald, who's a big fullback. They also have number 25, Cam Justice. He's a good all-round back. And the quarterback, number 4, Austin Ballman, he can run the ball.
The rosters that we got did not have the weights of these young men down there, but just looking at them down there warming up before the game, they all look like pretty good-sized young men. So, that's one of those situations. Sometimes if they keep pounding on you, it wears on you a little bit as the game goes on. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at come fourth quarter tonight.
Coach Rucker made a pretty good point about how long this game was going to take tonight.
He said, Coach Plaz, he said that this probably won't take very long tonight. He said because both teams primarily want to run the football.
Ought to be a good one tonight, and Chance Rucker, pretty good for a guy that was going to be a tight end when he started out. I like the fact he's still wearing that number 28. You have to kind of like that, don't you?
Exactly. He stuck with it, and everybody here at Caldwell knows who number 28 is. I mean, he's had a great junior season. It's just, if I can find the stats here real quickly. I mean, for the season, he only had, I think, has 3 interceptions, which is incredible as many times as he's thrown the football. Yeah.
1,781 yards. And that says something about the young man, considering the fact that, the Redskins are primarily a running team, but they can throw when their feet are put to the fire, they can throw the ball.
And he's completed just less than 70% of his passes. He's thrown 149 passes, which is a lot for a high school kid. 22 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
quite a season.
Really, really reliable. And the great news for Redskins fans is he's one of the guys that will come back next year.
Exactly,
so he's got another year. He's going to provide a lot of leadership next year for the Redskins. But we're talking about this year. Skins are in the playoffs, and they do have the opportunity to advance here in Division 7. Now, I'll tell you what, one thing, I did take a little bit of a look ahead. It looks like if Caldwell can win tonight against East, they'll probably be looking at the River Pilots, who are the number 2 seed in the region.
You know, barring an upset tonight, they play Lancaster Fairfield Christian, and that game will be down at Hannibal tonight on the Pilots' home field. And that game next week will actually be on Saturday, because the Ohio High School Athletic Association will start splitting these games up. Not everything will be played on Friday. Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 5 will be on Friday night. 4, 7, and 6 will all be on Saturday night. So the game next week, if Caldwell is able to advance and the Pilots do, very good chance that game would probably be, I would think, at maybe Marietta College, St. Clairsville. One good thing, it won't be that long of a trip.
Lots of places we could go. We have business to take care of here tonight at the fairgrounds. It's the Redskins. It's East High School from Sciotoville. We're going to take a break. Back with more right after this.
PVF Supply has over 40 years experience in the oil and gas industry, but they're here to help local businesses, farmers, and homeowners as well. They supply pipe, valves, and fittings, as well as water hookups, culvert, and drain pipe. They're a local family-owned business serving the community. Stop by and see them Monday through Friday, 7 until 4:30 at 39737 Marietta Road in Caldwell, across from Anderson Propane. Or just give them a call at 740-732-0511. Again, that's 740-732-0511. And be sure to like them on Facebook.
Doudna Chiropractic, located on the square in Caldwell for more than 25 years, is dedicated to improving your overall health. Doudna Chiropractic specializes in safe, gentle spinal adjustments and also features spinal pelvic stabilizer, hydrotherapy, and nutritional supplements. Doudna Chiropractic is open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8:30 to noon. Call Doudna Chiropractic for an appointment at 732-4242. Visit them on the web at doudnachiropractic.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
The Battery Depot is a local battery and multi-purpose shop in Cambridge. They carry and rebuild a wide selection of batteries such as interstate, industrial, marine, Trojan golf cart, rechargeable, household, and everyday batteries. When they say no job is too big or too small, well, they mean it. At Battery Depot, they won't shy away from any job, ranging from awning installation to full custom generator racks, cargo lights, trailer wiring, custom golf carts, and more. They're located on Campbell Avenue in Cambridge, or give them a call at 740-432-2000.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with x-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs.
Welcome back to the fairgrounds in Caldwell. Pretty loud here tonight. Division 7 playoff football. The Redskins are taking on East High School from Sciotoville down near Portsmouth. And you are listening to our Gillespie's Drugs and Braden Med Services pregame show. They are providers of reliable prescription services, over-the-counter items, vitamins, as well as a huge selection of gifts, including Radio Shack. Do not forget Braden Med for all your home health care needs. Wishing all the local schools good luck this football season. That's Gillespie's Drugs and Braden Med Services. Mike, Redskins have made their entrance onto the field. They look ready to go. Pretty healthy tonight with one exception.
One exception, yeah. Jace Norman, the 6'2", 275-pound junior two-way tackle, hurt his knee early in the game against Shenandoah. He is out for the remainder of the season. But the good news for the Redskins is Wyatt Freeman, a 6'3", 315-pound junior, who had to miss the first 8 games of the season because of a knee injury sustained in a preseason scrimmage game. Came back from the North Baltimore game, took a few snaps there, took some more snaps last week, And Coach Rucker said he is full tilt and ready to go tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, I looked at him going down in, and
he's a big boy.
He is one big boy.
Yes,
and I'm not saying he doesn't look like he has an ounce of fat on him. He's a big kid. So it'd be nice to have them both tonight if you're the Redskins. But it's good news to have him back, and you kind of wish that because. Norman, he's meant so much this year to the Redskins. I don't know how many times I've called number 60s, particularly on defense. He's an impact player.
The times that we saw him, I thought that he was pretty much their most consistent player. Now, they've all contributed. They've got a nice offensive and defensive front, but I thought Jace was the one that was kind of the glue, was the most consistent. But again, by bringing Wyatt back with Wyatt Freeman, we're talking about him coming back, has kind of filled that gap a little bit created by the loss of Jace Norman.
Yeah, and Kobe Langley's had a great year too. Another guy, I've just, those are people you call their name a lot and you're realizing, okay, these players make an impact. So they'll miss Chase Norman tonight, but it's good that they've got somebody that will probably step right up and fill that role. All right, getting ready now for the opening kickoff. Our kickoffs are brought to you by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell. They are covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 126 years. Well, they upped it 4 years since the last time I checked. Okay, so that's one of those kind of things. All right, but Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Also, again, want to thank Gillespie's Drugs and Braden Med Services for bringing you our pregame show. We thank all our sponsors, and we've got a lot of them tonight because a lot of people are excited about this Redskin football team. Getting ready now for the opening kickoff. It'll be, let's see, looking to see if I can get a number to kick off.
Number 2, I believe, is a kicker. And he is not listed. On
the roster either way, so that's okay. There's probably somebody they picked up late in the year. Back deep to receive looks like Hurlin, and number 4 for the Skins, Braxton Dudley. A short kickoff picked up by one of the up men, and it'll mean good field position for the Redskins right around the 45-yard line. Let's see. That was
number 14, freshman Gavin Leake with the return.
And it's one of those things where, sometimes that little squib kick works pretty well, but Redskins ready for it. They are prepared.
And the other thing it does, it gives Caldwell very good field position on this opening drive. They will start from their own 45-yard line.
All right. We are ready to go here now. Skins with the football, shotgun formation. Quarterback number 28, Cale Bender, back. He's going to throw first down. That ball looks like that's scooped up. Is that Hurlin has it? Let's see. They're going to say it's a completion. And that is a Caldwell Lumber first down all the way up to the 46-yard line. Have number 2, it's Matthew Flannery. That is who is handling the kickoffs for the Tartans tonight. All right. Caldwell Lumber first down. Bender back in shotgun quickly. Redskins up to the line quickly. The snap straight ahead. Cale Bender, he's got some space. The 40, the 35, the 30, 25. He's got a crease. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Redskins.
Wow, that didn't take long. 2-play, 55-yard drive to open this game for the Redskins.
I'll tell you something, Mike, and I don't know, I'm not a coach like you, but it looked to me like they went with that empty backfield, and East really decided, hey, we're going to rush the passer, and he took advantage of it.
He did. It opened up a seam. They were playing man-to-man coverage in the secondary, and what happens sometimes then, your guys in the secondary don't see that the quarterback had kept the ball, and I tell you what, Bender showed off his speed on that run.
Paisley Sidwell, the kicker for the Redskins. It is up. It is good. I'll tell you, having a consistent person to kick extra points, it's so big. We saw that in the Caldwell-Shenandoah game. Zeps, they have recruited a girl off their soccer team to kick. She did a nice job, but not as consistent as Paisley, who's been doing it for a couple of years now.
Paisley actually kicked last year, and I got to give that young lady a lot of credit. I was down at the practice field a couple times this summer, and she was down there working very hard on her craft, and it's paid off because she's been a very consistent force for them throughout the year.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's big. 7-0 Redskins. 11:16 left here in the first, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from the Fairgrounds in Caldwell right after this.
Lorenz Custom Engraving is proud to support high school football. Call Lorenz Custom Engraving for engravings on your firearms, slides, revolvers, Glock frames and PMags. Also parts serialization, engraving on titanium, stainless steel, aluminum and brass including gold and silver watches, pendants and other keepsakes and jewelry. Lorenz Custom Engraving, 225-1882.
We're back, and the Redskins now getting ready to kick off to the Tartans. Quick 7-0 lead for Caldwell, and I'll tell you something right now, that's got to put the people from East back in their seats a little bit because they struck pretty fast.
44 seconds it took on that drive to get 7 points on the board for the Redskins. So.
All right, short one of the up men took the ball for East.
It was number 14, Keegan Jackson, one of the captains.
Yeah, so now we're going to get to see this wishbone I formation attack that East High School uses. And I'll tell you, you mentioned it earlier, if Caldwell can stop the run, could be a long night for East. And if East can run the ball, I'm looking for a very, very good football game tonight.
You know, one thing we used to find out was the wishbone is not a very good come-from-behind offense because it usually lacks the big playability.
Straight ahead, and I think that was number 25 for the Tartans. That is Cam Justice, and Justice gets it ahead forward for probably right around 4 yards on the first down play. So
that's about what you want to average. If you're a running football team, you want to get 3 to 4 on every play.
And I'll tell you what, they've got the personnel to do this. They will plod their way down the field. Snap, the give. Straight ahead, and that is number 1, Landon Purnell. He is their speed back, and if they do throw the ball, he is the favorite target of the quarterback, number 4, Austin Bauman. And Bauman, he can throw.
This is a pretty big play early in this game for the Tartans because as quickly as Caldwell scores, you got 3rd and 5. You don't want to turn right around and give the ball right back to the Redskins.
No doubt about that. All right, Ballman up under center, straight ahead. Here's the big fullback, and they've got him corralled. He doesn't have enough for the first down. That is Dylan Fitzgerald, and
he's tackled down there by number 64.
You know, I said at the beginning, he reminds me a lot of Bettis. I mean, he's just a big. He's a big man. It's 4th down now, and I think are they going to go for this? It looks to me like they're going to go for it. 4th and 3, and they're going to go for it. 9:37 left, 7-0 Caldwell. This could be a very key moment early in this football game. Now, they could be trying to draw them off. Long count.
The way this is starting, I'd say that's exactly, you called it. I think that's all they're trying to do right here, line up and draw the Redskins offside. Good discipline shown that time by the Caldwell defense.
So now they'll send the punt team out.
It's worth a try. It didn't, you called the timeout. It didn't cost them any. Well, they are going to take a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they didn't.
That's not going to make that much difference.
They didn't want to burn a timeout, so no doubt about that. Young lady kicker for the Lady Zeps, or for the Zeps, is Savannah Irvin. And like I said, both those girls are soccer players. Don't want to leave Savannah out. Ooh, high punt.
Kick went straight up in the air.
Straight up in the air, yeah. He caught that really high, and it's going to take a nice roll for East. It's going to be down right around the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. They lead 7-0. 9:01 left here in the first. Skins with good field position again.
That's only a 15-yard punt there for the Tartans. So, again, the Redskins are going to take over about the same position that they started their last drive from, here from their own 46-yard line.
And it was only a 2-play drive. Keep that in mind. All right, Bender, the only setback. Back, looking. He's going to get the ball out. That is number 2 for the Redskins. That's Crock. And he's got up the field. He's got makes one man miss, and he's down to the 26-yard line. Great job there by number 2, Ethan Crock. Redskins on a play probably designed to make 5 or 6 yards, get a good block and a good move out of Crock, and he's got a nice gain.
28-yard gain on first down. So that puts the Redskins at the Tartan 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Caldwell Lumber, first down for the Skins. Straight ahead, they're going to try the quarterback run again. This time, Tartans do a much better job this time at keeping an eye on number 28, Cale Bender. He really served notice on that first play, I will run the ball. One more thing to worry about.
4 plays so far for the Redskins offensively, and they have yet to line up with the back in the backfield.
Coach Rucker showed a single receiver to the right. Oh, whistles. Let's see what we've got. That formation against the Redskins. Yeah, procedure against the Redskins. Okay, that costs 5. That's okay. Skins.
Where they're out, I'm sure that's 4-down territory.
They're deep in East territory, right around the 29-yard line, already leading 7-0. 8:03 clock rolling here in the first quarter. Cale Bender, the quarterback. The snap. He's back. Looking. Got a man out there.
That's Tice Duvall.
Yeah, Duvall, number 10, out of the, and they're kind of lining him up as a tight end. Nice job there by Tice, and he will have a nice game, probably about, looks like 14 yards, I'd say, maybe 13, all the way down inside the 20-yard line, so it'll be third, right around 2 to go. All right, now we've got a back in the backfield. It's Marshall Sayre. Marshall Sayre off to the right of Cale Bender. The snap, straight ahead, Sayre. He's got some room. He's tough to bring down. He's got a first down. Marshall Sayre doing what he's done all year long, finding a crease right up the middle. Caldwell Lumber first down. Skins threatening right now. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown, it looks like.
By about a yard.
The snap. Bender back and looking. He's got some pressure. He's got to take off and run. The 10 to 5. Inside the 5. Touchdown!
Nice decision that time by Bender. Looked and saw everybody was covered. Saw a little seam and never hesitated. And using that speed of his to get another touchdown in the end zone for the Redskins.
You know, early in the football game, Cale Bender showing the Tartans his heels. And that is just one more thing you've got to worry about when you play Caldwell.
You know, he set the school passing record for a season last week. They forgot that young man can also run.
All right. Paisley Sidwell, the kicker. The snap, it's down, it's up, and it is good.
Splits the uprights.
14-0 Redskins, 7:25 left here in the first quarter. Caldwell jumps out to an early lead in this Region 27 Division 7 playoff game. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, located in downtown Caldwell, encourages you to consider funeral pre-planning. You'll find the ideas and suggestions from the McVeigh Perkins staff to be a genuine comfort to you and your family, and to your own peace of mind. To inquire about funeral pre-planning, call 732-4223 or visit their website at mcveigh-perkins.com. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home of Caldwell, proud to be there for you, your family, and the entire community.
Welcome back to the fairgrounds. Good news for Redskins fans. They have jumped out to an early 14-0 lead on East High School. Kicking off again to the Tartans. Tell you what, Mike, if you're going to script the opening couple of minutes, if you're from Caldwell, you couldn't have scripted a much better opening.
Oh, totally agree, because like I said, the type of offense that the Tartans run is not conducive to big comebacks. So the Redskins have staked themselves to a 14-point lead here early in the first quarter.
All right. One of the upbacks for East with a nice return. He's going to take it all the way up to the 39-yard line of the Tartans, and they'll start from there. Good field position. Early in this football game, I'd say this is a pretty crucial possession for East High School.
That was Cam Justice, one of the running backs on that return for the Tartans. Very nice return. Gives them pretty good field position at their own 38-yard line to start their second drive of the night.
Redskin defense, they have been ready. Now, we've only seen one carry out of the big man, number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald.
Little different formation here this time for the Tartans.
Yeah, not up under center. Ballman with the give straight up the middle. And that is the versatile number 1, Landon Purnell. Purnell's going to pick up probably right around 4 yards. They mix up their formations. You're going to see a lot of different things out of East High School, but they really do need to put some yardage up as far as the ground game goes to be competitive in this game. That's how this team is built. Shotgun formation again. Ballman back. The give. And that's Purnell, and he's going to drag a couple of tacklers all the way up to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a Caldwell Lumber first down for the Tartans. That's important right there. Kind of sends a message across the field to Caldwell. We're not done yet.
You know, Purnell, he did a nice job that time. He made a counter move on his own, took one step to the right to kind of get those linebackers from Caldwell going that way, and came back a left tackle and got a pretty nice hole that time.
Shotgun formation again, and that's Ballman. He's going to take it straight up the middle. No gain this time. Redskins are all over him, and they really took Purnell out of the play. He wasn't an option. Ballman had to keep it, and he only gains probably about a yard on the carry.
That was Ethan Carpenter and Colby Langley on the tackle that time.
Good penetration by the Redskins. 6:01 clock moving in the first. Caldwell up 14-0 already here in the first quarter. Ballman, the quarterback, again, shotgun formation, the snap, the give, no, straight ahead. That's Ballman again, makes one man miss, drags another man ahead for probably about 5 more yards. So it'll bring up a third down and probably about 4 to go for the Tartans.
Nice play that time. They had Justice in motion from right to left, and fake made to him, and then Ballman. Good carry there. Third down, very manageable. Almost probably 4-down territory here for the Titans.
They trust Ballman to make a lot of decisions. You can see that, and he's very good with that football. Shotgun formation again. This time they're going to go straight ahead again. That is going to be Purnell, and he's not going to have enough for the first down. I think this is probably a 4th down we'll see the Tartans go on. Big play here, Mike. Big play.
If they want to stay in this football game, they've got to keep this drive going. Even though we're still 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, I think this is huge.
Shotgun formation, straight ahead again. That is Purnell, and he's going to have enough for the first down. He gets it right across the 40. Again, the Tartans get a lot of people at the line of scrimmage, and they win that battle in the trenches, and they get enough for number 1, Landon Purnell, to advance for a Caldwell Lumber first down. That's huge.
Purnell looked like he was originally stopped about the line of scrimmage, but just a good size and good leg drive by the young man got him enough for a first down.
They've stuck with this formation again. And that is Purnell, and this time the Redskins are in on him quickly. He's only going to pick up about a yard, I'd say. Second down, probably right around 10 to go for the first down.
I think that was Colby Langley that had him from behind his jersey, just wasn't able to bring him down, slowed him down enough until the cavalry got there to help out.
Boy, and that's what you have to do with these guys. They're hard to tackle, hard to bring down.
This formation is what they've stuck with this entire drive.
The give.
The inside
Here's Cam Justice, and Justice is going to have some room. He'll probably get around 5 or 6 yards on the play. See how far up they move it, and it's going to be third down, probably around 5 yards to go for the Tartans. Again, another big down. They're definitely in 4-down territory, though, Mike.
What I've noticed a lot from the Redskins here in this drive, they're tackling pretty high, and as big as the running backs are for the Tartans, you can't afford to do that. You've got to hit those guys down around the knees and ankles.
You've got to find the ball first, and that's the hard thing. Again, straight ahead. This is Purnell, and he's not very much this time. He's probably going to maybe gain about a yard. Let's see where they mark it. If that.
Yeah, I'd say pretty much line of scrimmage.
So another big 4th down. No doubt about this one. Tartans are going to go for it again as Coach Adam Bailey taking a look over things, and he realizes 14-0, we're down. We've got to control this football. We've got to get our defense a little bit of time to rest here. We've got to regroup, and we need some points on the board, so he's going to go for it.
A little bit longer here than what the last fourth down play was. This is about 4th and 4.
Same formation. He's going to throw down the middle of the field, and they're all over it, but that's caught there, and that is number 2 with the football, Matthew Flannery. Flannery hauls the ball in. That's a big catch right there for the Tartans. You talk about throwing the ball into traffic, that's throwing the ball into traffic.
It was. Nice play made that time by Flannery.
Little guy also the place kicker for the Tartans, and that's going to give them a Caldwell Lumber first down inside the 20-yard line now. So, East moving the ball. Ballman, the snap, the give, straight ahead. He's got Justice. He's going to pick up probably right around 5 yards. Let's make it 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 now for the Tartans. And, Mike, you called it. They're methodically moving that ball down the field.
They've taken a lot of time off the clock here. They want to stay in this football game, though. They need to put the ball in the end zone here and finish this drive.
All right, shotgun formation again. Ballman back to get the snap. He's going to give it to Justice. Justice straight ahead. Not a whole bunch there. Redskins are all over that one. Let's see.
That was Marshall Sayre.
Yeah, Sayre getting up from the bottom of the pile. Outstanding linebacker as well as an outstanding running back. That's going to bring up a 3rd down, probably right around 6 to go for the Tartans. They have shown they will throw the ball when they need to. Ballman, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. The snap, the give, straight ahead. That's Justice.
Oh, he hit a brick wall right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was, but he fell right back. That might have been Sayre again. I'm not sure, but he was in there in the middle of that. Also, it looked like. Okay, and that is boy.
Coach Rucker knew what he was talking about.
He knew exactly.
This will be a quick-moving game,
and it has been. So we're going to move to the end of the first quarter here as the teams just go to the benches. So the score after 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell 14, East 0. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
This is too good not to share. I just shopped Kohl's limited time Black Friday early access deals and earned $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. That means I saved on an Amazon Kids tablet and earned $15 Kohl's cash. Got a cookware set and a vacuum to earn $30 Kohl's cash on each. And I got an extra 15% off. Doesn't really get better than that.
Amazon coupons do not apply. Select deals valid through November 6th. Sharp deals and 15% off are valid through November 10th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Driving happy with Febreze car.
You're driving home when, oh no, you hit the longest red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. Ha ha! 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as they'd like.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell, Bill Castler, Mike Palaziak with you. Division 7 playoff football, Region 27. Redskins up 14-0. East High School from Sciotoville is moving the ball. They're down inside the 20, and they're threatening for the first time tonight, Mike.
Here we go. This is the 3rd, 4th down attempt of this drive. The last 2 have been successful. We'll see what the Coach Bailey has up his sleeve for this one.
High
formation
up under center, and Ballman's back looking. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone. No, incomplete. Redskins will have the ball.
Redskins very fortunate at that time because if Ballman would have looked, he had enough room to have run that for a first down. Decided to make the throw into the end zone and just was not able to hook up down there.
One of the Tartans is down in the corner of the end zone. I think that may have been the intended receiver, 22, Tyel Baker. So let's see what is that now. The Tartans are taking a knee. They're down there looking over Baker. may have had the wind knocked out of him. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like they're looking at his legs.
I didn't notice any kind of a hit. I don't know what, unless he's maybe.
Not sure. First play there of the second quarter. Big defensive play for the Skins, though, Mike, and it was good. And I think you're right. I think Bauman could have tucked it under and run. He had a better chance of making that first down if he'd have taken the ball on the ground.
Yeah, I think when they look at that on film, I think the young man will probably regret the fact that he didn't tuck that one. And I'm sure he had enough green there in front of him. He could have picked up the first down easily.
Trainers looking over the injured player. You know, it looks like they're going to take a little bit of time with him on the field, so we're going to take a quick break. 11:53 left here in the second. The score, Caldwell 14, East nothing. We will take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Their patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to their facility, they're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
All right, the injured Tartan, Tyel Baker, is being helped back to the bench by some of his teammates. Redskins now taking over the ball. They'll have it on their own, looks like right around 13-yard line. So Skins with a long field to go this time. They have done a lot of damage through the air so far, Mike, and they've shown a lot of diversity in their offense.
Yeah, by far this is their worst starting field position. The last two they started from their own about 45-yard line, so a little longer field to go here on this drive.
All right, Bender, the quarterback, running back on either side of him, straight ahead. That is Tyson Ball, the 30, the 40, the 45, 50. He's broken it. He's all the way down the field. He may go all the way. 25. He's going to take it in. How about that?
Holy Toledo. Wow.
Duvall busts a big one. You know, Mike, there's no substitute for speed.
I'm telling you what, that young man showed speed on that one, too. He broke through that line. Just a very simple off-tackle play. Wide, big hole opened up that time by the Redskin right side of their offensive line.
Great blocking at the point of attack.
And once they got to the second level, it was all Tice Duvall with his speed.
Paisley, Sidwell. The snap, it's down, it's up, it is good. Man, wow. They'll be replaying that one for a while. 85-yard run.
Actually, 87. Like you said, they started
13.
13.
Yes.
We'll give that kid every yard that we can give him on that touchdown.
You know, there was once he broke past the second level, there was only one guy that could bring him down, and he outran him. So the score. Redskins 21, East nothing. We'll take another break. Back with more right after this.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
All right, we are back at the fairgrounds. 21-0 Redskins.
And they have only run 8 offensive plays.
And they've had some big gainers mixed in there, but that was the biggest one of all right there.
Sure was. We got a couple scores here just of local interest. The winner of this game, of course, will play the winner of River and Lancaster Fairfield Christian. River has an early 14-0 lead against Fairfield Christian. And the other Noble County team, Shenandoah, trails Fort Fry early, 15-0.
All right, that Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff goes out of bounds. So some good starting point for the Tartans. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on Main Street in Cumberland, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans. I think I misread that. It's 122 years, so it's still 122. Okay, we're good on that. But my eyes aren't what they used to be. But Tartan's going to start at the 35-yard line. Mike, it's becoming more and more crucial. Redskins with some big plays. Tartans need to establish the running game. They need to get things going on the ground. They need some points right now to stay in this game.
You know, the only thing with the offense that they run, Bill, I mean, they've been able to move the ball a little bit, but just in small chunks. And that's not going to work when you're down 21-0.
All right, here's the pitch coming to the outside, and that is number 1 right there, Landon Purnell. Purnell's going to have a short gain of right around 4 yards. Something else I've noticed with the wishbone, and you're a lot more familiar with it than I am, everything is packed in really, really tight.
Yes.
Redskins, they're moving up onto the line. They're packed in tight as well.
That's not always the case with the wishbone. I mean, you can spread them out a little bit, but Coach Bailey has decided to run his with. I tell you, those linemen are foot to foot. There is no gap between them on that offensive line.
All right, Ballman, the quarterback, man in motion. Ballman's going to take it straight ahead, and he made somebody miss, and Ballman's going to pick up right around 4 on the play. Somebody took a run at him and just completely missed. He was able to dodge it, but that was going to be a hit.
I think that was Colby Langley who came flying through there, and boy, if he would have connected on that hit.
Dylan Wheeler comes up hobbling a little bit, one of the safeties for the Redskins. Officials are looking at Wheeler, and he may be having some ankle problems. Oh, they're going to call timeout. I think they're going to make Wheeler go take a seat.
That young man is in some pain right now.
He's clapping his hands. It may just be a stinger, but man,
it's more looking like his ankle or right ankle or right knee. He got kind of rolled up in that pile. I saw him down there on the bottom. He's trying to work it out now. He's a tough young man.
Boy, I'll tell you, when you play in a football squad, you have to be pretty tough when you've got like 30 kids on your team, because you need to play. The snap. Here we go, straight ahead. That's is that Justice, I believe? No, it's not Justice. That is, let's see, that's number 2. That is Flannery, and we've seen him a number of times. He's not a big guy, but he picks up enough for a Caldwell Lumber first down. That's big, but more to the point, East need a touchdown, and they need one now. Redskins up 21-0, 9:53 clock rolling here in the second quarter. Man in motion is Justice straight ahead. Nice run. Running hard is Purnell, and he's going to take it down into Redskin territory right around the 41-yard line. Caldwell Lumber first down, and East is moving the ball. They're in Redskin territory right now. Nice run there by number 1, Landon Purnell.
They're still giving good effort. I tell you, that's 5 first downs here so far in the first half of the Tartans.
All right, shotgun formation straight ahead. That is Purnell again, and they're finding some room. Good blocking at the point of attack. He's close to another first down. Let's see. That is a Caldwell Lumber first down, so they're picking up yardage in big chunks right now. 9:20, Redskins up 21-0. Tartans moving the ball.
You know, we talked about that. You know, when you try to tackle big offensive backs the entire game, it starts to wear on you, and look like maybe that's what's taking place right here on this drive for the Tartans.
Snap. Straight ahead. Here's Ballman. He's got room on the outside. He breaks one tackle. They're going to bring him down short of the first down, right around the 25-yard line, but a good run there by Ballman. I think Hurlin brought him down over there.
That's about a 6 6-yard gain. I think the first contact was made by Braxton Dudley.
Timeout Redskins, and I think a good timeout by Coach Rucker, because right now Tartans are starting to gash Caldwell.
They are.
And that's straight up good hard running and good blocking at the point of attack, which is what the wishbone formation is all about. That and some ball deception.
I say good play action that time. Ethan Kroc, the right defensive end for the Redskins, kind of lost contain that time. Boston was able to get outside of it and pick up a nice 8-yard gain there on first down.
You know, I tell you what, I kind of like the approach here that Coach Bailey's taking. You know, Tartans are saying, you know, hey, we're going to dance with who brung us. This is what we are, and we're not going to quit doing it.
Well, you know, when you're a running football team like they are, you can't automatically, in the middle of week number 12, automatically think, well, I'm going to start throwing the football now, because that's not who they are. That's not what they've practiced, and you've got to do what you've done well all year long.
Ballman, the quarterback, in shotgun, straight ahead. Let's see, is that Justice, or is that
Fitzgerald?
Fitzgerald. He
is a horse.
He's got enough for the first down. That is a Caldwell Lumber first down, and that is number 12, Fitzgerald, and he can move a pile up by himself. He, like I said, very Jerome Bettis-like.
Just his second carry of the night for 8 yards, but another first down.
He's devastating
for the Tartans.
Devastating between the tackles. There were a number of teams down south around where they're from. They couldn't handle him. He just ran over people. Not so with the Redskins. Snap, Ballman straight ahead. Here we go again.
That's Fitzgerald again.
The big man got the ball, and he's moving the pile.
Looked like a rugby game there for a while.
Well, he's going to take it ahead for about 3. But right now the Tartans are winning all the scrums. 7:56, clock rolling here in the second quarter. Caldwell's up 21-0, but East is moving the ball. Ballman, the snap. Reverse, and Justice has it. He's wide open. He's going to score. Touchdown, Cam Justice. East is on the board. I don't know, that's the old scissors play, a little trickeration there and kind of misdirection. They caught the Redskins that time.
Yes, they did. There was nobody there. Boy, nice play call that time by Coach Bailey. It looks like they're going to line up to go for 2.
That's what these guys do. Don't know if that's because of lack of place kicker or strategy as far as the score goes. I tend to think that they may not have a place kicker that's good enough to put the ball through the uprights consistently. So they've probably been going for 2 most of the year. Shotgun formation. The snap.
I think that was a direct snap to
Ballman.
Fitzgerald. Direct snap to Fitzgerald, who lined up right in front of the quarterback, Ballman.
And Caldwell, they keep him out.
That is stoned him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain at all. So
the big man can't move the pile, and the point is no good. So the score, 7:40 left in the second quarter. Caldwell 21, East 6. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Buying a new home? Exciting! Figuring out how you're going to finance it? Not always so exciting. But that's what Angie Bradley and her team at First Ohio Home Finance are here for. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. Sure, it sounds like a lot of abbreviations, but Angie and her staff not only know what they all stand for, they can help you find the one that's right for you. So let the team at First Ohio Home Finance and Bradley Lending Team crunch the numbers and take care of the paperwork so you can concentrate on turning your new house into your new home. Call them at 740-421-4808 or visit them 1008 Woodlawn Avenue, Cambridge.
And we're back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell. Redskins lead 21-6, but East serving notice. They're not ready to quit just yet.
They're not going to quit, no. I mean, you're playing second round of the playoffs. They're a quality football team. Got off to kind of a slow start. The thing they've got to do, they have got to come up with a stop here defensively, because the Redskins have had no trouble at all moving the football, getting 3 scores on only 8 offensive plays.
All right, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff coming up. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 122 years. Here's a short kick bouncing Picked up by one of the up men for the Redskins, and they'll have it.
Colby Langley on.
I wouldn't want to run into Colby Langley. He would be a tough ball carrier.
You could kind of see the way that the Tartans were lined up there in their huddle before the kickoff, that something was up. And they formed like a long, elongated U, and the kicker just kind of squibbed it. And a heads-up play that time by Langley to get on that and actually pick up a couple yards.
All right.
And what that does again, that gives the Redskins very good field position from their own 42-yard line.
They have yet to stop Caldwell tonight. So you're right about one thing. They need to stop. Bender's going to throw it deep. He's got a man wide open. Oh, he overshot him by just a little bit.
That was Braxton Dudley, wide open. He was 5 yards behind Austin Boffman, who was trying to cover him deep in the secondary.
Boy, you realize something right there. I don't know if the Tartans have anybody that can keep up with Braxton Dudley.
Well, that's the thing that the Redskins possess. They have an awful lot of quality skill position players.
All right. Bender. The snap, he's out. He's got a man wide open. That is number 2. That's Croc. And Croc breaks a tackle. He's down inside the 40. And he broke the tackle there of the big man there. That is number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald. Croc left him in the dust, and that's a Caldwell Lumber first down. Redskins now in East Territory on the 40-yard line. 7:18 left here in the first half. Caldwell dominating this football game as the Tartans have no answer defensively against Caldwell.
The Redskins staff has seen something they like. That's the second time that they've run that same play. Both completed for a total of 46 yards.
Bender, the quarterback, the snap, the give. That is Sayre. Cuts it up the middle of the field, the 25, the 20, 15, and he is down right around the 22-yard line. Almost broke that one, Mike.
Only his second carry of the night, but that young man showed right there what he's capable of. He comes in tonight having gained just less than 1,300 yards on 97 carries, 15 touchdowns.
Boy, I'll tell you something. If I'm the coach over at East, I'm looking at that kid as, okay, we're going to see a lot of him tonight. They haven't seen much of him at all.
I said that's only his second carry. It's amazing that the Redskins have 21 points on the board, and Marshall Sayre, the 4-year letterman, only has 2 carries.
Bender, the quarterback, the snap, straight ahead. This is Sayre again, and they're all over him, but he breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Down to right around the 18-yard line. Marshall Sayre running tough here.
Good second effort that time by Sayre.
And I've seen the Redskins do this a number of times. They go to a lot of their other guys, and all of a sudden you start getting a steady diet of number 15. And Caldwell, they've scored a lot of points doing that this year. Bender in the shotgun, and somebody jumps off. Let's see what the call is.
I know Colby Langley, the left guard for the Redskins, jumped, but I don't know whether he was the second one to violate it or the first one. We're soon going to find out.
Officials talking it over.
They're going to call legal procedure against the Redskins.
That'll cost them 5, and that'll make it second down and 9 to go.
Third penalty against the Redskins tonight, all of them of the 5-yard variety.
No turnovers to this point. Both coaches had that circled as we can't turn the ball over. Bender in the shotgun. Snap. He's back. He's looking, rolling. Got a man down there, tipped up in the air. That was Tice DeVauld, number 10. Pass was a little bit behind him, and Tice couldn't haul it in, so that'll bring up a third down. Probably 9 to go here for Caldwell. So, again, I think they're in 4-down territory. They don't need to make all 9 yards right away, but it'd be nice to get about half those back.
And I don't think this is really within Miss Sidwell's range as far as field goal. She did kick a 30-yarder in the first game of the season, but this might be just a little bit outside her range.
I think they have to get down inside the 20. for her to be effective. But still, that's not something a lot of schools have. The snap. Bender back. He's going to go for the end zone. He's got Hurlin. Touchdown! He dropped it.
He dropped it. Oh! Beautiful throw that time by Bender. Hit Hurlin in stride. And when he went to the ground, the ball popped up. Did not maintain possession. So that bring up 4th down for the Redskins here.
I'll tell you, Cale Bender put that right on the money.
You can't throw it any better than that.
How many times have you seen a quarterback go back to a receiver in this kind of a situation? Because Hurlin, pretty reliable. Snap. Bender's back, looking. He's going to throw the in. That's Braxton Dudley. He makes one man miss, another man, touchdown.
Into the end zone. Nice second effort there that time by Dudley to get into the end zone.
All right, he doesn't go back to Hurlin. He finds Braxton Dudley. That's 6 more for Caldwell. Redskins are making it look easy. And the defensive staff of East High School, they've got to be in a huddle now. What do we do?
You know, you talked about going back to receiver. If you remember earlier in that drive, they had Braxton Dudley wide open down the right sideline for a touchdown. Ball overthrown a little bit, so he's not having any trouble all getting open.
Paisley Sidwell chips that extra point through, and oh no, she doesn't. Must have missed it off to the one side. So 5:13 left here in the second quarter. The score, Caldwell 27, East 6. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA, and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park, and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
We're back at the fairgrounds. Redskins scoring again. They've scored on every possession they've had the ball, Mike. 27-6. They've got a big lead on the East High School Tartans. Getting ready now to kick off for Caldwell, 59, Colby Langley.
And, Bill, that was a 4th down play that time for the Redskins on that 22-yard touchdown connection.
Line drive kick by Langley. Picked up, let's see.
I think that was number 8, Jalen Mayhew.
Mayhew with a short return, so it'll be 1st and 10 Tartans on their own 22-yard line.
And here's the other, knock against the kind of offense that the Tartans run. They've only got 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and the way they advance the ball, I don't know if that's enough time for them to score without coming up somewhere with the big play along the road here.
I do think they've got all their timeouts. They've got all 3 timeouts left. So
yes, they did.
that should help them if they're able to get the... And they've been able to move the ball on a number of occasions. Here's the snap, the give, straight ahead. That's Purnell. He'll have a nice gain to right around the 29-yard line, I think. That'll probably bring up a second down, right around 5 to go for the Tartans.
11 carries for 54 yards for the senior running back, Landon Purnell.
He's speedy, talented guy.
He's a hard runner.
You can see, and they've got a few guys that can run the ball. But so far, only 6 points on the board for the Tartans. Good job by the Caldwell defense. Straight ahead.
That's Purnell again.
He's close. I don't think he's quite got it. He's going to have it out to right around the 31. He'll be about 2 yards short. Make it the 32. Again, a big 3rd down. They have to keep moving the chains. Down 27-6, 4:04 clock rolling here in the second quarter. East with the football. Redskins unstoppable on offense so far. Here's Bauman bouncing off one tackler, and
it's going to depend on the spot here whether or not he picked it up. It's awfully close.
Let's see where they mark it. They're going to say that's enough for a Caldwell Lumber first down, so Bauman moves the ball ahead. That's 10 yards of what they need, and they've run about a minute and a half off the clock.
Going back to my point, I don't know if there's enough time. At this pace, they're not going to be able to score before the end of the first half.
Shotgun formation. They have shown they can throw the ball. All right, here's Purnell, and this time Redskins are all over that. That's Colby Langley. And
along with Ethan Carpenter.
Yeah. You know, I really think so far tonight, Mike, Redskins defense has only been fooled one time.
That little double reverse that they ran there for the touchdown earlier in the quarter.
That was it.
That was a nice play, well-executed play.
And it was. And, boy, you've got to hold your blocks to do things like that. But Redskins, they've scouted this team well, and you can tell they're coached up. They're ready to go. The snap. Here's Bauman with the ball. Bauman, he's looking for some room. Now he runs back. The 40, the 45, the 50. He's got to beat Herlin. Herlin drags him down right around the 48. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down. That time, some real innovative running by Bauman.
Nice job that time. Looked like he was going to be pinned in over the sideline here on the right side, but he got out there and picked up 18 yards.
So now the Tartans are in Redskin territory, but again, the clock becomes a problem. 2:29 clock rolling here as they start the clock as soon as the chains are set. They still have 3 timeouts. Here's the snap, the give, and that's the big man, Fitzgerald.
Nothing doing that time.
Yeah, they're looking for him.
Again, there's Colby Langley along with Braxton Dudley.
I watched him on video, and he'd run through a lot of lines. Not so with Caldwell.
No.
He's hitting guys, and they're just as big and as strong as he is. Somebody was offside, I think, for Caldwell. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Somebody had their hand down just over the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure who it was.
I think that was number 77, freshman Jack Surdy, that jumped a little bit too quick from his left tackle position.
So that's going to stop the clock and make it 2nd down and 5 to go. 1:56 left here in the first half. Bauman in the shotgun formation. The snap, the give. Here's Fitzgerald straight ahead. He's got enough for a first down. Caldwell Lumber first down. Fitzgerald, that's what he does right there, and does it very well. As I said, I told you before the game, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling to steal one off Keith Jackson.
He was. That's 10 first downs already here in the first half.
Bauman looking for some room, reverses his field, and this time, he gets away. He's going to pick up a few yards on the play.
But the clock continues to run. We're down to 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, actually 23 seconds, and a timeout taken by Coach Bailey.
A good timeout there. And they're going to have to start using more of these with 1:23 left. But you can tell they're used to running this offense because they didn't really start using inside 2 minutes. All of a sudden, we're going to use our timeouts.
Yep. Nothing fancy about what they do, but it's very effective.
Well, I think position now, the ball's right around the 30-yard line. I mean, they need one big play.
They've got to have a big play of some type, whether it be a play-action pass or if they've got some other type of a double reverse, a double pass that they've got in the playbook. I got a feeling you're going to see it here in the last minute, 23 seconds.
They'll pull out all the stops. They can get 6 more on the board. I think you could say they're still in the game.
Yeah, because they received the opening kickoff of the second half. So if they could double up here, get back-to-back touchdowns, they could get right back in this game.
They've got to make some adjustments defensively. They have just not had an answer for what Caldwell does.
They've got size on their side, but the Redskins definitely have the speed.
And all this out of it's a charter school. Used to be Portsmouth East.
Correct.
Closed the school down, and somebody bought it and opened a charter school, and successful in football. Here's the snap, the give. That's
the same play they scored on before. That's that little inside reverse.
And he's going to get out of bounds, which is big. That was Justice, 25 with the ball. So he's down inside the 20-yard line. And that might have been big enough, Mike.
Could have been.
1:17, still 2 timeouts left, straight ahead. And that's going to be a big gainer right up the middle, and that is the big man into the end zone. Number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald, finds a hole, and 6 more for the Tartans.
Boy, I tell you what, once he got ahead of steam going, there's nobody going to stop him.
A little bit of pace that time by East.
Yes.
That was a quick snap. I don't know that Caldwell was set or ready, and they got the big man the ball, and he found a big hole and took it in for 6. That's a big touchdown for East.
Very impressive drive there by the East Tartans.
Snap.
Now they're inside. That's that same play they've run. We got a flag over there on the left-hand side. I got a feeling that might be a hold against the Tartans.
Let's see what the call is.
That's the 3rd time now we've seen that little inside reverse, and I tell you, each time has been very successful.
And you have to hold your block on that. Man, you cannot allow any penetration. That's going to move the ball back to the 12, and they're still going to go for 2. Which leads me to believe they really don't have a good place kicker. All right, let's see what they do. 1:10 left here in the first half. 27-12 now.
This is the first time they've actually shown a spread formation.
Snap. Ballman's going to throw it down in the corner, looking for number 8. Nice job.
Nice job by Dylan Wheeler.
Wheeler picks the ball off, so the point is no good. That was intended for number 8, Jalen Mayhew. Mayhew can't haul it in. Caldwell stops the Tartans on the extra point. The score, 1:10 left in the second quarter. Caldwell 27, East 12. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Where can you find the absolute best deal on limestone, colored mulch, and oversized river gravel? Only one place, the Sharon Stone Company, located just 3 miles west of Interstate 77 in Caldwell. The Sharon Stone Company sells quality products that will enhance your property. Sharon Stone has the best prices in the area, and they deliver. So if you're in the market to upgrade your driveway and landscaping, fill a culvert, or spruce up your property, call the Sharon Stone Company at 732-7100. That's 732-7100.
We're back at the fairgrounds. 1:10 left here in the second quarter. Caldwell Redskins with a 27-12 lead on Sciotoville East. East will not go away.
And Bill, the thing that East has done, though, they've given Caldwell, it doesn't seem like a lot, 1 minute and 10 seconds before the end of the half, but they have had several big plays, and they may have left Caldwell too much time.
Kind of like leaving the barn door open.
Yeah.
Hurlin back deep to receive, and also Dylan Wheeler and Braxton Dudley, who's got the ball. The 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, 45, 40. He's down inside the 40 to the 38. You called it, Mike. Maybe a little bit. Flag on the play. Let's see. One of the Tartans is down. Let's see what the call is. I'm wondering if it was a face mask, because they had to get him down, and Braxton is fast, and he's physical when you get a hold of him.
The man down there without his helmet, that's number 58. That's Ethan Reyes.
He's up. Let's see what the call is. Officials are talking it over.
Looks like the Redskins are moving back. I got a feeling that's against them.
That surprises me. It must have been somebody. I don't know that it was.
Here's your call. Unsportsmanlike.
Okay, unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure what that was all about. That's on the Redskins. That'll cost them after a nice return by Braxton Dudley. I couldn't see anything. Maybe there was something said. I'm not sure. But still, 1:02 left here in the first half. And right now, Caldwell's going to have the football on their own 47-yard line. But they have shown quick strike capabilities here against East. East has not been able to match them with the speed that the Redskins have on the outside. Bender, the quarterback. Long count. Snap. Bender's back and looking. Now he's going to chuck it up there. He's got Dudley tipped away at the last second. Nice job, number 8, Jalen Mayhew. And if Mayhew didn't tip that away, Dudley was going to run right under that for 6.
One thing the Tartans did that time, they deepened up their 2 safeties a little bit because they know for the Redskins to try to get on the board here, they're going to have to throw it deep.
Caldwell still has 2 timeouts, so I don't think the middle of the field is out of the question for the Redskins. They could throw an in, and that was wide open.
The Tartans do have 2 good defensive backs back there in Purnell and Landon Purnell and Austin Boffman.
Right over the middle, and that time some miscommunication as Bender was looking for somebody to run an in, and it didn't happen. So 51.8 seconds left, 3rd and 10 now for Caldwell. This is the first time that Caldwell's been stalled at all.
And maybe a little bit to the fact that the Tartans know what has to happen, and they've kind of loosened that secondary.
Oh, here comes Bender up the middle of the field. He's done this a couple times, and that makes him one man miss another. The 40, the 35, the 30, and they're going to drag him down out of bounds. Big run by Cale Bender. Redskins are close again. They're knocking on the door. Boy, that's smart football right there. You know, they're laying their ears back. They're trying to pass rush, and all of a sudden the quarterback just takes off.
Again, good speed shown that time by the junior quarterback.
41 seconds left now here.
Plenty of time, and still 1 timeout.
Snap, Bender's got it. Rolling right, looking. Got a man down there, incomplete. Braxton Dudley.
Pretty good coverage back there by Caden Houston along with Landon Purnell.
2nd down and 10. That's not important right now. 35.7 seconds. That's really what's important. Redskins looking to tack on another score before the half. They got trips out to the right. So let's see what the bunch formation does for Caldwell.
You got Hurlin man-to-man over here against Mayhew.
That's Wheeler. Wheeler inside. He's going to take it down inside the 10. He's hard to tackle. He's down inside the 5.
Good effort that time by Wheeler.
You want to know something about Dylan Wheeler? He's not a huge guy, 170 pounds. He's tough to bring down. East has had trouble with him 3 or 4 times tonight. Redskins want to talk it over.
Probably going to call 2 plays right here. They're going to line up 1st and goal from about the 2-yard line. Maybe make two calls. If the first one doesn't get you in, automatically line up and go for another one.
You know, I'm not the coach. We're going to let them call the play, but I'm looking at big number 15 where you're at. You're on the 1-yard line. And I'm looking at Marshall Sayre, and I'm going to myself, well, why don't we just go ahead and give the ball to Marshall? We've got a timeout left. We've got 25 seconds. And he's pretty strong. And
the other side of that, the Tartans know who number 15 is also, because I'm sure they've scouted the Redskins.
They looked at some film.
Yes, they have.
No doubt about it.
But it would be hard not to give it to him in this situation. But again, I'm sure they have 2 plays called right here. If the first one doesn't get you in, they will line up quickly. And they're going to spread them out, which is smart. That will not allow them to get things lined up inside, which should open up a seam for Marshall Sayre.
Bender in the shotgun. The snap. He's back. He's looking. Got some pressure. Now he's going to step up. Makes one man miss. He's in. Touchdown.
Oh, good second effort. I wasn't sure he was going to get in.
Wow. Cale Bender. He's having a game.
I'm like you. I think everybody in this place thought the ball was going to go to Marshall Sayre. You and I both did. But they came out hoping to throw the ball. Good coverage in the secondary that time by the Tartans. And Bender wisely, decided to run with it, and great second effort got him in the end zone.
And you called it 1:15 on the clock, and you said, oh, they left them too much time. They did. So it's 33-12. And Paisley Sidwell on to try that extra point, and East has yet to stop the Redskins.
Now they're going to go for two. Since they missed the last extra point, they're going to try to get back on track with a two-point conversion here.
Bender slips the ball to Tice DeVauld, who takes it in.
Untouched off the left tackle. Not a hand was laid on him. Good call that time by the Redskins staff.
Marshall Sayre in the offensive line escort Tice DeVauld in for an easy two. 15.8 seconds left here in the second quarter. The score, Caldwell 35, East 12. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank. Member FDIC.
We're back at the fairgrounds. Redskins lead the Tartans 35-12. 15.8 seconds before the half ends. Caldwell has been unstoppable on offense.
Bill, that drive took all of 55 seconds.
Yeah, you called it. Yeah, I mean,
and that included the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff that brought the ball back to the 45-yard line. But that was no problem for the Redskin offense.
After they scored, you said, oh, they left them too much time. They have not been able to stop Caldwell.
Not even slow him down.
Cale Bender's he's been a force tonight. All right, here's a low kick. Fielded by that's Mayhew.
Oh! Colby Langley.
Yeah, he's kind of like a missile on special teams.
Goodness.
It's kind of like you just pull the trigger and aim him.
Wow. That hurt.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Mayhew, welcome to varsity football in Noble County.
My goodness. So we'll see what the Tartans decide to do here with 11.8 seconds to go, whether they think they're going to put the ball in the air.
The way things are going for them, I bet we see an E. I'm just guessing. We'll see. 35-12.
They are going to line up in
victory formation, yeah.
Right.
And they're going to take the knee. That's going to take us to the half. Well, who would have thought this? The Redskins looking to advance in the Division 7 Region 27 playoffs, and they have come out and just taken charge offensively. The score at the half, it is Caldwell 35, East 12. We're going to take a break and add up some of the numbers. We'll be back with a look at statistics and talk about the first half. Back with more right after this.
Just like on the field, we believe in teamwork with our customers. This is Ashley Rich from the Farmers and Merchants Bank on the Square in Caldwell. With our services, you can bank from your home, the office, or even at the stadium. You can sit back and enjoy the game knowing your money is in great hands. Good luck to all the local teams this year from everyone at the Farmers and Merchants Bank. Member FDIC.
Ew. Stuck in a cycle of rewashing your clothes? Ugh. Because you can't remove tough laundry odor? Ugh. When detergent by itself can't cut it, use new Downy Rinse and Refresh. With a breakthrough odor-removing formula, it removes odors in one wash, better than the leading value detergent in 3 washes, keeping all your laundry fresh. Now you can break the cycle of rewashing with Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
Doudna Chiropractic, located on the Square in Caldwell for more than 25 years, is dedicated to improving your overall health. Doubtna Chiropractic specializes in safe, gentle spinal adjustments and also features spinal pelvic stabilizer, hydrotherapy, and nutritional supplements. Doubtna Chiropractic is open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8:30 to noon. Call Doubtna Chiropractic for an appointment at 732-4242. Visit them on the web at doubtnachiropractic.com.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons' Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Lorenz Custom Engraving is proud to support high school football. Call Lorenz Custom Engraving for engravings on your firearms, slides, revolvers, Glock frames, and PMags. Also parts serialization, engraving on titanium, stainless steel, aluminum, and brass, including gold and silver watches, pendants, and other keepsakes and jewelry. Lorenz Custom Engraving, 225-1882.
PVF Supply has over 40 years experience in the oil and gas industry, but they're here to help local businesses, farmers, and homeowners as well. They supply pipe, valves, and fittings, as well as water hookups, culvert, and drain pipe. They're a local family-owned business serving the community. Stop by and see them Monday through Friday, 7 until 4:30 at 39737 Marietta Road in Caldwell, across from Anderson Propane. Or just give them a call at 740-732-0511. Again, that's 740-732-0511. And be sure to like them on Facebook.
At Emery Heating and Cooling, one call gets it all. They provide comprehensive heating, cooling, and air quality services, including air duct installation, heat pump, air conditioning, furnace installation, and repair. Ed Emery personally provides high-quality products that are both budget-friendly and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emery and Emery Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837. Buying a new home? Exciting! Figuring out how you're going to finance it? Not always so exciting. But that's what Angie Bradley and her team at First Ohio Home Finance are here for. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. Sure, it sounds like a lot of abbreviations, but Angie and her staff not only know what they all stand for, they can help you find the one that's right for you. So let the team at First Ohio Home Finance and Bradley Lending Team crunch the numbers and take care of the paperwork so you can concentrate on turning your new house into your new home. Call them at 740-421-4808 or visit them 1008 Woodlawn Avenue, Cambridge.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm agent Alan Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
Welcome back to the Fairgrounds, Caldwell, Ohio. Bill Castler, Mike Palaziak with you. Redskins lead at the half, 35-12, and they have dominated on offense. They haven't been stopped yet tonight, Mike.
They really haven't. I tell you what, we talked, a good example right there before the end of the first half. They get the ball back with 1:10 to go, and we're able to score really with no problem.
Well, it's been Cale Bender largely who have given the Tartans fits. They just haven't had an answer for the quarterback. If he's not throwing, he's running, and I just be interested to see what his statistics are at the half, because he's having a great game.
I've just about got those done here for you.
Okay, yeah, and we don't have ONN, but that's okay. So trying to do this on the fly. Also trying to get a score on the river tonight. Haven't been able to do that to this point, but working on getting some of those games in. Winner of this game will most likely play River. They've got Fairfield Union tonight. They had a big lead last I heard.
Yeah, that's to no surprise. I think everybody, around this area kind of expected a Redskin and Pilot matchup next week. And at the halftime of both games, it's still looking that way.
Well, Caldwell Band is on right now. 35-12, big lead for the Skins at the half. Although, Mike, you and I were talking, Sciotoville East, as they have not really shown any signs of going away, and they are continuing to do what they've done all year.
Well, that's what you're made. I mean, I'm sure Coach Bailey has decided this is where our strength is at, and they've got 3 running backs that are big, strong kids. Now, they're not going to pick up, the chunk yardage that Caldwell's been able to do, but they're methodical getting the ball down the field. The bad part of that, when you're down by as much as they are, 35-12, it's not a good style of offense to make a comeback with. So they're going to need, for them to get back in this football game, they're going to need to score on every one of their possessions and probably get 1 or 2 turnovers here in the second half to get back in this thing.
I don't know that the problem is so much scoring on every possession. It's stopping Caldwell. They have yet to do that tonight, and that surprises me a little bit. But the Redskins, they have the advantage in one department. It's speed. They have shown that they can outrun just about any of the Tartans.
Huge advantage when it comes to speed and quickness, I tell you what. And evidenced by just some real quick stats here before we move on. East in the first half, to no surprise, they rushed the ball 34 times for 181 yards. Landon Purnell, leading ball carrier, 13 carries, 57 yards. Cameron Justice had 6 carries for 45 and 1 touchdown. And Dylan Fitzgerald, the fullback who looks like he might be an offensive tackle, 6 carries, 36 yards and 1 touchdown. Quarterback Austin Boffman, 1 of 2 through the airways, 15 yards. The Tartans had 12 first downs in the first half and were only penalized 2 times for 15 yards.
And found the results on that game. River is up at the half on Fairfield Christian, 35-6. So it's looking very much like Caldwell will advance. We're only at half, but they look good. But River's up on Fairfield Christian, 35-6.
Very similar scores between those 2 games. This is really, no surprise. I said everybody's been kind of looking forward to a matchup between the Redskins and the Pilots, who used to be, years ago, both in the same conference. Both teams played in the old Pioneer Valley Conference, and they were always pretty good affairs when the Pilots and Redskins got together. So we may see a rematch of that coming up here next week. And again, we don't know, but we've been around this long enough to know that there's a good possibility that game could be played at either down at Marietta College, and again, depending on whether they have something else going on next week, because that is going to be a Saturday game next week, or a good possibility the game could be played at St. Clairsville.
Well, those would be the 2 sites that I would look at. And I think that River is the 2 seed. Boy, the Pilots have had a couple of excellent years. I think their only loss this year was to Barnesville, who's unbeaten.
Who's unbeaten, yeah. Of course, Caldwell's only loss this year was to Fort Fry, who's also, well, they did, I can't say unbeaten because they did get beat by 3 points by a Lindsley team. To let you know how good Lindsley is, they beat both Steubenville and Dover this year. So they are a quality football team.
Yeah, and they didn't beat Fort Fry by a lot.
43-40.
And I'll tell you what, and I think Shenandoah, I think they're down. What's the score at half? It's 37-0. And we covered Shenandoah last week. You and I did the game. They're a good football team. Fort Fry is something special this year, I think, though.
They are 37-0. The Cadets lead the Zeps down in Beverly this evening.
So that's Division 6. This is Division 7. And we are at the half right now. The Caldwell Band providing some entertainment for us. The score at the half, it is the Redskins 35, the East High School Tartans 12. We're going to take a break, pay a few bills. We'll be back with more right after
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with x-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent healthcare needs.
Ew. Stuck in a cycle of rewashing your clothes? Ugh. Because you can't remove tough laundry odor? Ugh. When detergent by itself can't cut it, use new Downy Rinse and Refresh. With a breakthrough odor-removing formula, it removes odors in 1 wash, better than the leading value detergent in 3 washes, keeping all your laundry fresh. Now you can break the cycle of rewashing with Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home, located in downtown Caldwell, encourages you to consider funeral pre-planning. You'll find the ideas and suggestions from the McVeigh Perkins staff to be a genuine comfort to you and your family, and to your own peace of mind. To inquire about funeral pre-planning, call 732-4223 or visit their website at mcveigh-perkins.com. McVeigh Perkins Funeral Home of Caldwell, proud to be there for you, your family, and the entire community.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
This year, the Southeastern Med Cancer Services team is celebrating 30 years of being accredited by the National Commission on Cancer. Earning this accreditation and maintaining it for 3 decades is a testament to their team's quality outcomes, dedication, commitment, and care for their patients and community. Learn more by visiting SEORMC.org today.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
Back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell, Bill Castler, Mike Palaziak. You are listening to the Sue Snode State Farm Insurance halftime report. Redskins have a 35-12 lead on the East High School Tartans. And Mike, we've got some other scores from some of the other games that are going around. Some of interest right here at the fairgrounds to Caldwell fans.
Exactly. Of course, you're talking about the cross-county rival, the Shenandoah Zeps, who are playing against the number 1 seeded Fort Fry Cadets tonight down in Beverly. And early in the third quarter, the Cadets lead the Zeps 43-0, which to me is a little surprise. I thought after seeing we got a chance to see Shenandoah last week, and they were impressive in their win over Bloom Carroll. And boy, the Cadets are having their way against the Zeps at home.
They're ranked 4th in the state, I think. It's 4th or 5th.
I believe somewhere in that area.
Somewhere in that area. So, I'm not sure, but they're awfully good this year. So, I thought we'd get a little bit better game as well, but you had to put Fort Fry in as a favorite. One other game of extreme interest, I'd say, probably that River Fairfield Christian score.
Yeah, we've got scores from the other 3 games from Region 27 of the final 8 teams that are left. The number 1 ranked Newark Catholic Green Wave lead Portsmouth Notre Dame 14-0. The number 2 ranked River Pilots 35-6 over Lancaster Fairfield Christian at the half. And in a number 4 against number 5 contest, which kind of goes to show how close those 2 teams are. Reedsville Eastern leads Waterford at the half 7-6.
So it's setting up, and that's not a sure thing either way right there, but it's setting up like River and Caldwell will match up next week. Although, this game isn't over here. East has shown they can move the football. They just at the half, Mike, they have to work on a way of stopping Caldwell, something they haven't been able to do all night.
Well, you may mention that. They are, like you said, they are able to move the football, and I don't think putting points on the board is going to be a huge issue. But what do they do? They've not only not stopped Caldwell, but they've not even slowed them down. I mean, they've scored 35 points and only run roughly 13 rushes and 25 offensive plays has gotten them 35 points here in the first half.
Some good balance, and a lot of it's been Cale Bender. Not somebody, if you're scouting Caldwell, you circle number 15 and you say, okay, Marshall's there, and they run the football really well. Well, Cale Bender, he's run the ball, he's passed the ball, and the guys in blue and white, they're going, this number 28, we didn't think he was this good. He is.
Your 2 running backs, Marshall Sayer and Tice DeVauld, who are 2 quality running backs. Sayer's only carried the ball 3 times, but for 30 yards, 10-yard average. And Tice DeVauld, the other senior running back, has only carried once, but that was an 87-yard touchdown run.
He's got a good yards per carry average.
Very good. Yeah, I don't know that you can get much better than that, for a night's work. But yeah, 1 carry, 87 yards, and a touchdown that just really, I think, got the momentum going back for Caldwell after the Tartans were able to score their first touchdown.
But it has not been pretty on defense for the Tartans. And, they had to be huddling up at halftime going, what do we do about the speed these guys have? They don't really have anybody that can lock down Alex Hurlin or Braxton Dudley as wide receivers, and they've had a huge problem with Dylan. Anytime Dylan Wheeler catches the ball, they can't bring him down.
Right. They did loosen the secondary a little bit there towards the end of the first half to kind of prevent the long pass play, but all that does then is open up the running game inside for Bender and Sayer and DeVauld.
And they only did that because Caldwell was forced to throw because they didn't have much time on the clock.
You've got to pick your poison, and I don't know what you pick because the Redskins, and that's what's made them so successful this year, the fact that it's hard to even slow them down because they have a plethora of quality skill position players. They've got kids that can run, they can catch, and Tice DeVauld, one of your running backs, actually played his first 2 years of high school football as a quarterback. So and so did one of your wide receivers, Braxton Dudley. You've got 2 kids there that are very capable of throwing a halfback pass at any time. So you always have that option there too if there's some kind of a trick play you need to go to.
Well, it's been one-sided tonight when Caldwell has the ball. East just doesn't have any answers. They've showed up. They're well coached. They've got 12 points on the board. When they scored their second touchdown to make it 27-12, I thought, okay, they're solidly in this game. You brought up the point, there's 1:15 on the clock. They left too much time. And I'm thinking, okay, 1:15, I don't know if that, and Caldwell right down the field.
Less than a minute.
It was something to watch. And it was Cale Bender, big run. And then a nice pass on a little slant to Braxton Dudley, who outran everybody.
And that's the thing about Bender. You have to be very impressed. He got a chance last year, as a sophomore to step in, and he proved that he deserved to be the quarterback. And boy, I tell you, he's not skipped a beat since then. He's had quite a career, and like you said, what makes Redskin fans very, very thankful and happy is the fact that young man is just a junior.
Yeah, he'll be back next year, and so there won't really be a leadership vacuum, and that's something because they're going to lose number 15 Marshall Sayre. He's a 4-year starter, outstanding back. He's great on defense. He's great on offense. He's really just an outstanding football player. He'll probably go on to play at the next level. You lose him. But you're going to have number 28 back, and you're thinking next year, we're probably going to be pretty good again.
Well, you've got some skill. You've got some skill players back. You've got Ethan Kroc. You've got Alex Hurlin. Probably going to be looking for a running back. Dylan Wheeler is back next year.
Yeah.
So.
They've got some people that are coming back.
The cupboard is not completely bare next year for the Redskins.
Ethan Kroc is coming back. Hunter Parks is coming back. Hurlin's coming back, like you said. They've got some people that are going to be back. Now, they're going to have some losses that are going to hurt a little bit, but that happens every year with every school.
Sure.
So 35-12, and you've got to hand it to Coach Rucker. He's had his kids ready to go this year. When the whistle's blown for opening kickoff, they've been ready to play, with the exception of Fort Fry. And we just went on to say Fort Fry, one of the outstanding Division 6 teams in the state. Really, really good.
And people fail to remember sometimes that was a 7-7 game at the half. And the Redskins got the second half kickoff and were moving down the field. Actually, after 2 nice running plays, had the ball down to about the Fort Fry 25-yard line, threw an interception. It was returned back to about the 50, and from there on out, it was all cadets.
Well, they're that kind of a team this year. They're really doing a number tonight on the Zeps, and Zeps, again, a quality football team, gave Caldwell all they wanted in Week 10. I think best win of the year for the Redskins was Shenandoah. I really do.
Without a doubt, yes.
Yeah, they were the best team they faced, and Zeps jumped out early. I think it was 13-0. A couple of turnovers. They took advantage. A long pass. So that was a big win for the Redskins right there, and probably, like I said, outside of Fort Fry, the toughest team they faced. Here we go, second half kickoff. We are underway. That is our Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance kickoff, fielded by the Tartans, and they're going to be run out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 126 years. I stand corrected. I think I said 122 earlier. Had an old sheet. This one says 126. I'm going to go with that because I wasn't around back then. You may find that hard to believe.
At the kickoff return that time for the Tartans was by Landon Purnell. The senior returned it for about 19 yards. So the Tartans will start at their own 29-yard line.
He's been very effective, Purnell has.
They've got some good
backs. Number 12, Fitzgerald. He's been effective as well. And Ballman's been effective. He's done a nice job. There's Purnell right there. He's going to pick up right around 4 or 5 yards. Coach Bailey, if I'm Coach Bailey, I have to want some long, sustained drives for a couple reasons. One, it's what I do. Two, it's going to keep the ball out of the hands of the Redskins, who have been explosive tonight.
But the only thing is, if that takes place, you're taking a lot of time off the clock, and you need at least, 3 scores?
Yeah, well, and you need some stops. That's what you need. Here's Justice. Justice is going to run to the outside. Flags all over the place. Back judge, that usually means holding. Let's see what we've got. I think that one's coming back.
That call may have gone against Ethan Race, number 58. He was the pulling guard that was out in front of that play. We'll see if that's a call that's made here against the Tartans.
Talked about this. Really, the one play that the Redskins have had a little problem with has been that reverse that they've run. And they've done a good job spotting that play, getting in, and they really fooled, on their first touchdown, they really fooled Caldwell the first time.
They've had success with that play all 3 times they've run it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're back to the wishbone set, which they ran in their first possession.
Here we go. Here comes Justice, and
nothing doing there.
Redskins are just Justice is they're going to pick him up off the ground. He's got it out to the 20-yard line.
You know, Bill, I'm kind of surprised they went back to that formation because in their first possession, they did absolutely nothing running out of the wishbone. And I don't know what you would call that other set. They had two backs kind of out, one kind of like as a wing back and one inside between the tackle and tight end, and then one running back. I don't know what, but they have had some success running the ball with that. So why they would go back to the wishbone here is beyond me. They are going to spread them out here.
When I watched on video, they ran that wishbone a lot, but I don't think that they've not been up against a defensive line like the Redskins this year. I don't think that they've seen a defensive line that is this athletic because they haven't been able to move Caldwell at all.
No, they have not, and there's some miscommunication there, some misunderstanding between the Tartans and the huddle. They came out. We're going to go with a wide set, some questions and some doubts, and so Coach Bailey calls a very well-timed timeout here.
What you gave the stat? Did they have one completion east in the first?
They had only 2 attempts, 1 completion for 15 yards.
Okay, and it was nice, but we talked about it when it happened. He threw it into traffic. And it was a nice catch by number 2 Matthew Flannery, but the pass itself was not like a pinpoint. He kind of lobbed it up into traffic, and Flannery came down with it.
And it really wasn't in a passing situation, so the play action pass was very effective here. Here, I think everybody in the stadium knows that you're going to have to throw the football on 3rd and 19. So I would imagine that the secondary of the Redskins well aware that they're looking for a pass right here from Boston.
Jalen Mayhew is flanked way out to the right side here. Shotgun formation for the Tartans. Snap, he's back. He's rolling that direction. Got some traffic. He's down the field. Hurlin's under it. Can't come up with it. I think Mayhew was the target, but Hurlin beat him to the ball. And again, the problem they've had all night is just superior speed by Caldwell.
Exactly. You know, like I said, that was it's tough to complete a pass like that when you're 3rd and 20, and everybody in the stadium knows you have to throw the football.
Also back there, number 1, Dylan Wheeler. He's had a good night. I really like what he's done in the yards after catch because they get him the ball and he breaks 3 or 4 tackles. He runs hard.
And he came up gimpy there a little bit early in the first half.
Redskins almost blocked that ball. Hurlin comes up.
Good job by Hurlin coming up and catching that football and not allowing it to hit the ground and maybe bounce 15, 20 yards beyond.
Not a real long punt either, huh? Maybe about 20 yards.
Yeah, so the Redskins are going to set up shop here at the 44-yard line, actually 43-yard line of the Tartans. Great field position to start the second half.
Here we go again, and let's see what East came up with at the half. They need to do something to stop.
They need to find a miracle.
Yeah, they need to find a way to stop Caldwell, something they haven't been able to do all night. They got trips off to the left. Now they're going to switch to the right. 4 receivers, actually. The snap, the give. Sayers got it. He cuts it upfield. The 40. And he's going to pick up right around 6 on the play to right around the 38-yard line.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a little bit more of Marshall Sayer and Tice Duvall, you know, as running backs here in the second half because, I mean, you're up 35-12. The clock is your friend. You want to continue to move the ball, but you want to take some time off the clock also.
Big lead, run the clock. All right, trips again to the right, and now they're going to move them to the left. The snap, the give. Here's Sayer. One man misses. Oh, somebody tripped him up. He's close to a first down. Don't think he quite got it. It'll be 3rd down, probably right around 2 to go for the Redskins. They're in 4-down territory right now. They're at the East 35-yard line.
And as we said, they are in no hurry to run these offensive plays.
Yeah,
that's good coaching.
It is, and here's where and Bender, a couple years experience as quarterback. He is polished as a quarterback, showing that tonight. Snap, Straight ahead. That's Duvall. Makes one man miss. He's got the Caldwell Lumber first down right around the 30-yard line. Redskins move the sticks, and they keep the clock rolling. 8:44 left in the third quarter. Still 35-12, and I think you called it, partner. Let's roll that clock.
Let's just roll the clock. You don't really want to show you've got control of this football game. You know, you're setting up a big match next week with River. You don't want to show anything else that you haven't shown already.
It's a Wildcat. Sayre is in. He's going to get the snap and take off. The 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Marshall Sayre.
So much for my statement about you don't want to show anything else. That's the first time we've seen the Wildcat tonight, and it resulted in a 29-yard touchdown run by senior Marshall Sayre.
Boy, the Redskins, great job running that sweep. You know, they got out and what a seal. He had a crease up there, and if you're a running back, that's exactly what you want to see. And if you can't get a hand on Marshall Sayre, you've got a problem.
You do not want to try to tackle that young man when he's got a full head of steam going.
All right, Paisley Sidwell, the extra point is up, and it's good. So 8:15 left here in the third quarter. The score, Caldwell 42, East 12. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
The Battery Depot is a local battery and multi-purpose shop in Cambridge. They carry and rebuild a wide selection of batteries such as interstate, industrial, marine, Trojan golf cart, rechargeable, household, and everyday batteries. When they say no job is too big or too small, well, they mean it. At Battery Depot, they won't shy away from any job, ranging from awning installation to full custom generator racks, cargo lights, trailer wiring, custom golf carts, and more. They're located on Campbell Avenue in Cambridge, or give them a call at 740-432-2000.
At the fairgrounds, thanks to our technical director, Brandon Hickman, our cameraman, Jaron Aber, excuse me. He's run camera for me a couple times this year, does a nice job. So we're happy to be here tonight. Providing you the coverage of this football game. And we are completely online, so I know that we've got a lot of people that are tuning in to watch this game. Redskins have really shown a lot tonight, 42-12, and they are looking playoff ready.
Exactly. They have shown really no weakness here this evening against the Tartans of Sciotoville East.
All right, here's the kickoff. Langley.
Nice kick by Langley.
Deep. That is fielded there by number 1. That's Purnell. And he's going to bring it up to right around the 17. So Tartans will start there, 1st and 10.
There's a young man, Colby Langley, that has continually gotten better with his kickoffs as this season possessed. That ball was fielded back at about the 8-yard line, and he was not capable of doing that when the season started.
That was our Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 126 years. They've gotten their money's worth out of that tonight because Caldwell has yet to fail on offense. All right, straight ahead, Marshall Sayre stacks up the running back. Was that Fitzgerald?
I think that was Fitzgerald. It was.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, that is...
that's a collision between those two.
That is unstoppable force meets immovable object. So one of those kind of collisions. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 straight ahead. Let's see. I think Bauman handed that off to the running back, Justice. Not a whole lot there. He's going to pick up maybe 2. You know, and you have to realize, I'm sure Coach Bailey is disappointed. Here we go. Bauman looking. He's being chased. He's got a man out there. Justice had it right in his hands and let it slip through.
Boy, Justice kind of short-armed that a little bit. He was wide open out here in the right flat. Coverage out there by Tice DeVauld along with Marshall Sayre.
But he had him and he dropped it.
He did.
So that'll force a punt, I'm thinking.
And quickly they will be, and we notice too now with the 30-point lead, we do have a running clock here at the fairgrounds in Caldwell.
Yeah, so Coach Rucker said this might move quickly, and boy, it's really moving quickly now.
Yeah, we're halfway through the third quarter here, partner.
Yeah, this isn't going to take long. 42-12, big lead for the Redskins. Short punt. Hurlin lets it go. That's fielded by Wheeler. Wheeler brings it around, and they're going to drag him down right around the 40-yard line. So great starting field position again for the Redskins. And, you know, I know they're not very deep, and I think they may wait till the end of the third quarter, but, Mike, we should probably start to see some clean jerseys pretty soon.
I would think so. Probably maybe one more possession here for the Redskins offensively. Again, they've not run that many plays, and I'm guessing somewhere around 20 plays is all they've run. They've got 42 points on the board.
You know, we've got a drive of the game to pick. We're going to have a tough time with that because they really haven't driven the ball. You know what? It might be that drive right before the half because that was a drive.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wheeler's got the football, makes one man miss, another man, and he's going to take it down inside the 30-yard line to right around the 29. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down. Dylan Wheeler again. He runs the ball. He is tough. He's gritty.
Yeah, that's going to go down as a pass completion for Cale Bender, but that may be one of the easiest completions he's ever had to make.
Caldwell Lumber first down. Wheeler carrying the football. Again, East struggling to stay up with the speedy Redskins. Snap, the give, Sayre. No, that's Duvall. Makes one man miss, another man spinning. Not much that time. He's going to pick up right around 3 on the play.
Tried to run out the off tackle and try to change directions. Good pursuit from the backside there of the defensive front of the Tartans.
That his second carry?
That is his third carry.
Okay,
he had one for 7 yards there on their first possession here of the second
So he's
half.
close to 100 yards.
On 3 carries. I've got him 3 carries, 95 yards. And as I've said many times, that's very unofficial when I'm keeping stats.
Yeah, but you're right, because the one was for 87. I saw it. I counted them all.
We know he got to 87 on that one.
That's
Gary.
right. Cale Bender, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Sayers back there with him on his left side. Snap, straight ahead. That's Bender. Man, he's going to score again. Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah, they're starting to make it look easy. You know, I'm starting to see some heads down on that east sidelines, and with good reason. Caldwell looks unstoppable tonight.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Watching them on TV when they get that offense geared up.
Boy, I'll tell you, that Penn State game was close, and all of a sudden they just exploded. All right, here's the point. Sidwell's kick is up, and it's good. So, 4:09 left here in the third. Clock is moving now. It's a rolling clock. The score, Caldwell 49, East 12. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
At Emory Heating and Cooling, one call gets it all. They provide comprehensive heating, cooling, and air quality services, including air duct installation, heat pump, air conditioning, furnace installation, and repair. Ed Emory personally provides high-quality products that are both budget-friendly and provides the results that you would expect from your high-quality HVAC system. So don't deal with a bunch of techs. Deal with the local expert in the field, Ed Emory and Emory Heating and Cooling. They also offer 24-hour services. Give them a call, 740-255-4837.
We're back at the fairgrounds getting ready for the Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 126 years. As I said, they are getting some extremely good mileage out of that tonight.
You know, Bill, I just quickly counted up. The Redskins have only run 28 plays from scrimmage tonight and have 49 points on the board. That's just unbelievable. Very, very impressive offensive output here from the Redskins tonight.
And this is the second round of the playoffs. I mean, this team won a playoff game.
This was the number 6 ranked team in Region 27 this year. So they are a good football team. With a lot of pride, a lot of tradition down in Southern Ohio.
All right, Purnell with he fumbles the kickoff. He picks it up at the 15, and he's going to be brought down right around the 17-yard line.
He may have wished he'd have just stayed down there when he dropped it to begin with. That's 2 times in a row now he's had trouble fielding a kick from Colby Langley.
3:46 left here in the third. It's a moving clock now. The clock will continue to roll here. So this game will be over quickly. I want to thank our sponsors. Farmers and Merchants Bank, Doan Ford, Sioux Snowed State Farm, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Dudley Satellites, WB Green Insurance, Southeastern Med, West 40, Auto Sales, Fresh Start Floor Covering, Sharon Stone Company, and Emery Heating and Cooling. Those are just some of the sponsors. I'm going to go through the second half of the list after this play, hopefully. But we have got a lot of people excited about Redskins football. The snap, the give. Here is number
nice
one
out there by your man, Dylan Wheeler.
Yeah, wow. He's been impressive tonight. Landon Purnell, and he's only going to pick up maybe a half yard on the play. Hey, let's continue with our sponsors. Without these people, we couldn't be here tonight. Surgeon Construction, Doudna Chiropractic, Lorenz Custom Engravings, MVHC, McVeigh Funeral Home, PVF Supply, Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance, PVF Supply, and the Box Drop in Byesville. Again, without these sponsors, we could not bring you this game between Caldwell and East tonight. Redskins dominating. They're up 49-12. 2:33 left in the third. Shotgun formation, the snap, the give, straight ahead. Here's Purnell on the third down carry. He's not going to have enough of that first down. It'll be 4th and 2. Are they going to go for it here?
I mean, what do you got to lose, really?
Good call, but Redskins have done a great job they had a great defensive scheme, I think, and they've slowed East down. I don't know that they've stopped them, but they've slowed them down enough.
Well, they've jammed everybody in the box because they know the way that the Tartans line up that they're going to be running the football. So good game plan here by the defensive staff of the Redskins.
Yeah, Bauman gets the first down. That's a Caldwell Lumber first down. And it's been maybe a little bit of a bend, don't break kind of thing, but they have just, sometimes it's almost like they've been in the huddle. They're just right at the point of attack.
It looks like maybe
one of the linemen having to come out. And again, neither one of these teams very deep. Both very small schools, Division 7 schools. So you see a lot of guys, same people on both sides of the football.
Like you said, you get that a lot in Division 7.
All right, Bauman, the quarterback, the snap, the give. It's Purnell and stacked up. They've run that successfully a few times, but you begin to get the idea. It's like Caldwell's going, oh, we've seen this before. Right there.
Purnell's been a workhorse tonight for the Tartans. 17 carries for 60 yards.
Yeah,
he has not been able to break the big one.
He missed part of the year, too. Here we go. Here's the big man. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Bumbling, stumbling.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, like it. Keith Jackson flashback there. Neither one of us are quite as good as Keith, but hey, that is a Caldwell Lumber first down. The big man, number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald, takes it forward. Under 35 seconds now here in the third quarter. Clock rolling, 49-12. Caldwell with a huge lead. Bauman, the snap, the give, that's Justice. And he's going to pick up probably right around 3 on the play. The yardage has come tonight, but it hasn't been easy.
I mean, they've controlled the football game. I bet if you looked at time of possession, the Tartans are probably dominating that 3-1.
It might be at end of the third quarter. A decidedly Caldwell score as the red and gray tonight has just dominated. They have not been stopped on offense. The score after 3 quarters of play is Caldwell 49, East 12. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell, Bill Castler, Mike Palaziak with you here. Straight ahead, Tartans with the football, running hard. That's the big man there. That is number 12, Dylan Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald picks up around 3 more. Going to bring up a third down, probably right around 3 to go for the Tartans. Ballman, the quarterback, straight ahead again. Ooh, man, Ballman keeps it, and a nice fake, but he's not going to have enough for the first down. Look like number 64 there for the Redskins staying home. Am I missing that, 64? Is that...
I don't have a 64 on my roster.
Okay, thought it was 64.
There is a 64 in the game, but he's not on the Redskins roster.
Okay, that's got to be somebody that's played all year.
Nice play there by Tice DeVault.
Yeah, DeVault all over it. All right. So that's going to make it, let's see. Redskins are going to have the ball now as Tartans turn it over on downs. 10:39. Let's see if we've got some new personnel here in the game. I don't think we're going to see it. They're coming out now, and it looks to me like Redskins aren't real deep, but 1 quarter of play to go. Skins looking to advance in the Region 27. Oh, is this yeah, here we go again. It's a Wildcat. Sayre, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's going to break this. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And the senior Marshall Sayre, he's got his big run of the night. So 55-12. And I don't know if, I don't think they're running it to run up the score, but that's what's happening.
Wow.
Was that what was that, Mike? About a 47-yard run?
50-yarder, right on the 50-yard line.
Okay.
Took over.
All right, 55-12. Paisley Sidwell to try another extra point. Snap, it's down, it's up, it is good. 10-12 left here in the football game. The score, Caldwell 56, East 12. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Where can you find the absolute best deal on limestone, colored mulch, and oversized river gravel? Only one place, the Sharon Stone Company, located just 3 miles west of Interstate 77 in Caldwell. The Sharon Stone Company sells quality products that will enhance your property. Sharon Stone has the best prices in the area, and they deliver. So if you're in the market to upgrade your driveway and landscaping, fill a culvert, or spruce up your property, call the Sharon Stone Company at 732-7100. That's 732-7100.
We're back at the fairgrounds in Caldwell, getting ready for another Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company kickoff. Patrons Buckeye Mutual on McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, covering the insurance needs of Ohioans for 126 years.
Bill, just real quickly, couple score updates. Fort Fry now leads Shenandoah 56-0 in the fourth quarter. In Division 7, River leads Lancaster Fairfield Christian 49-12. So it's pretty obvious. That's the two schools that will play next week. The Redskins will go against the Pilots of River. Also in that same region, Waterford now leads Reedsville Eastern 21-7.
Doesn't surprise me. I've seen the Wildcats. Good football team.
They are solid.
All right, here we go. Another kick. This one fielded by Justice, and Justice is going to take it out to the 31-yard line for the Tartans. They'll have the ball there, 1st and 10, 9:48 left in the football game. Rolling clock is in effect here.
Bill, a couple other scores of area interest. The Cambridge Bobcats obviously must have gotten a safety because they now lead Columbus East 15-14.
Boy, they're the 11. It wouldn't be something to win 2 rounds of the playoffs as an 11. So that's impressive.
The number 3 seeded Barnesville Shamrocks in trouble at home to Wheelersburg. The Pirates lead the Shamrocks 34-31. Good game over Barnesville.
A little surprising, but hey, Barnesville getting a game tonight. Don't have one here. 56-12. Decidedly a Redskins game, and a little bit sad. This will be the last game at the fairgrounds, Mike.
It will be, and get a chance here. I'll run through the seniors.
Straight ahead, Justice. No game.
Real quickly, seniors playing their last game here at the fairgrounds. Braxton Dudley, Tice DeVauld, Marshall Sayer, Ethan Carpenter, Colby Langley. All will be playing their last game, even though they still have at least one more game to play this year. It'll be the last time that they will suit up here on the field at the fairgrounds.
Cupboard's not bare, but you go through those seniors one more time. Those are a lot of names that we've been talking about tonight.
Absolutely. And those young men, a lot of them started as freshmen because the cupboard was a little bit more bare 4 years ago, and a lot of those kids had to step in, and they took their lumps. They got better. They hit the weight room, and
looking for quite a few of them to play at the next level, really.
The benefits of all that hard work is showing this year.
Yeah.
Because the Redskins are going to go to move their record to 11-1 with a big showdown next, and that'll be Saturday night with the River Pilots.
And the only loss so far this year to state-ranked Fort Fry. And as you said, that game a little bit closer than what it really looked like. As
the final score a little deceiving there.
Yeah, it was. But here we go. I think we've got some
different personnel, I know, in for.
Yeah, there's number 2. That's Flannery, a junior, and he's the quarterback now. So that's going to do it for the senior quarterback for the Tartans, number 4, Austin Ballman. He's had a great career too. I know that the Tartans, I think, made the playoffs last year as well. So. Congratulations to Ballman, a fine career, but Redskins proving to be a little bit too much tonight. Also coming off, that's Dylan Fitzgerald, number 12. He's just a junior, so the big man will be back next year for the Tartans.
Along with senior Ethan Race, the offensive lineman, playing his last game for the Tartans.
Straight ahead, that was Justice, number 25. Justice, just a junior, he'll be back. So that's good to see. And Purnell is a senior too, number 1. Landon Purnell. So he will be graduating this year. So Coach Adam Bailey pulling some of his seniors out, and congratulate. You get to the second round of the playoffs, you've had a pretty good year. Straight ahead now. Ooh. Yeah. See, that was
it's number 20.
Jared Van Fossen in there with a nice tackle for the Redskins.
The running back at time, Jagger Childress, a freshman running back for the Tartans. So we're starting to see a lot of substitutes here.
I think that's a good thing. 6:41 left in the ball game. 56-12 Caldwell.
If you're the Redskins, the last thing you want to see here at this point in time with this big a lead is a key injury to one of your main players.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think both coaches seeing time to call off the dogs. You have to appreciate Coach Bailey pulling some of his kids out. And straight ahead now. And twisting, turning, and let's see.
Nice effort that time.
Yeah. That was number 2, the quarterback, Matthew Flannery. And he'll be back next year, so be good to see him. No, Flannery, not a big guy.
They may have to change their offense a little bit next year. Of course, like you said, they do have Fitzgerald back.
Yeah, that'll
who's
be
a human bowling ball.
That'll be, and they have Justice back too. Who's so they have a couple guys that are in the backfield coming back now that they do lose Purnell, and he's probably the speediest guy they've got, I think. Ooh, fumble, and let's see, Redskins all over the place. Tartans trying to keep a hold of that ball, and that was Flannery. He turned around, and one of the Redskins stripped him. Let's see, I think that is, man, a loss of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down, probably right around 9 to go for the Tartans. They do recover the football, though.
They have fumbled the ball 3 times tonight, but have not turned it over at all, able to recover their own fumbles. 2 of those actually were on kickoff returns. So we're down inside 5 minutes to go here. The second round playoff from Caldwell or the Noble County Fairground.
Last game of the year here at the fairgrounds.
Field's still in pretty good shape for having as many games played on as they've had this year.
Haven't seen a lot of rain down here on game day, which helps. You had nothing doing that time. Straight into the Caldwell line and straight into a couple of tacklers. Let's see, who was that with the ball? That was 44. That's a fresh number right there. That's Jaden King. He's just a freshman.
Another freshman. We're pretty much down to what this would look like if these 2 teams played a JV game right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing I like. I mean, you look at you look at the rosters. You're about the same size school. Sciotoville community it's a charter school. Used to be Portsmouth East. They shut that school down. Well, somebody opened it up again, and these kids have come out to play, and they've represented their school very well this year. All right, going to try a pass, and that is, let's see, I think that's Van Fossen with the interception, number 20.
That was Jaron Van Fossen. Yeah,
yes.
Nice play back there by the sophomore.
So that'll give the Redskins the football. We may see a little bit different kind of offense for Caldwell now, too. Let's see. I don't think, I agree with you. You don't want a key injury at this point.
No.
.345 left here in the ball game. Fans giving the seniors here a round of applause as they play their last true home game. So we hope there's 2 or 3, 4 more games.
So if you're interested in where this game is going to be played next week, the Ohio High School Athletic Association will make that announcement probably about mid-afternoon on Sunday.
And it'll be a Saturday game. You pointed that out.
Yes.
Saturday game.
That next week will be the first time that they've split the games up again. Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 5 will play on Friday night. 4, 6, and 7 will play their games on Saturday night.
And it will be a neutral site.
Yes,
so
next week.
That's a good thing.
And those sites have to have turf.
Yes. So we talked about Marietta. We talked about St. Clairsville.
And we're probably going to be wrong.
Well, and there's also Meadowbrook and Cambridge,
exactly.
two other sites. But those are a little closer to Caldwell. With River being the higher seed, I don't see that happening. But I've been wrong before. Oh, here we go. That is number 3 with football, Hunter Parks. And the junior running hard. He's going to take it out close to a first down. So that's a gain of right around 9 for Hunter Parks. 3:06 left here in the ball game. And Do want to run through these sponsors one more time for this football game. Farmers and Merchants Bank, Doan Ford, Sue Snowd, State Farm Insurance, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Dudley Satellites, WB Green Insurance, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Fresh Start Floor Covering, Sharon Stone Company, Emery Heating and Cooling. That's halfway through the list. Let's get this play under our belt. I'll finish because we want to mention all of our sponsors. The snap, the give. There's number 21 for the Redskins. Running outside, that's Jarrett Van Fossen.
The twin of Jaron Van Fossen.
There you go.
Who just had an interception.
All right. And here we go. Surgic Construction, Dowdna Chiropractic, Lorenz Custom Engravings, MVHC, McVeigh Funeral Home, PVF Supply, Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance, PVF Supply, and the Box Drop in Bonneville. All right, the snap, the give. Van Fossen again. He's got some room. The 40, the 30. They're going to bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice run there by Jarrett Van Fossen.
That's something that young man will never forget.
Yeah, and I want to mention, too, also in at quarterback, that's Gavin Leake, freshman, in there at quarterback. So a little bit of a look maybe here at the future of Caldwell football.
Gavin Leake could very well become one of the starting running backs next year. I got a chance to coach that young man a couple years ago in junior high.
It's a good one.
And he's a fine young man.
All right, long count. The snap. Going to give it up to Van Fossen again. He's going to take it down to the 10. That boy, I'll tell you what, he ran straight into the tackler. No fear there by Van Fossen.
He ran over that poor kid back there in the secondary.
That's Jarrett Van Fossen. Jaron's in there as well.
These young kids from Caldwell are having fun right now.
37, and the clock continues to roll. I'm just wondering if they don't take a knee here.
Well, yeah.
I really am just wondering. I know the young kids want to score, but you know
they
I
do.
think
But that's enough's enough.
They'll take a knee.
Good move right there.
All right, yeah. And Leake takes a knee, and that's going to run the rest of the time off the clock. So classy move there by Coach Rucker as his young offense moving the ball down the field, but he calls off the dogs. Congratulations to the Redskins. 2 rounds of the playoffs. That's pretty impressive. So they will move on. And as you said, Mike, they're going to be taking on the number 2 seeded River Pilots next week. That ought to be an interesting matchup at a neutral site.
Exactly. Like we said, the Pilots will come in also. Both teams will come in with records of 11-1. The only loss of the Redskins came against, of course, the number 1 ranked Fort Fry Cadets, and River's only loss was to an undefeated Barnesville team, who the last we heard was trailing Wheelersburg 34-31 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get an update on that one. But the score here tonight, an easy win for the Redskins as they dominate, particularly on the offensive side of the football, and knock Sciotoville East out of the playoffs. The final score here, again, it's Caldwell 56, East 12. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll add up some of the numbers. We'll be back with more. We'll talk about our player of the game, play of the game, and a lot of different things. We'll be back with more right after this.
Some things in life are just automatic. Like me, State Farm agent Alan Hunter, offering great neighbor service plus surprisingly great rates on auto insurance. If you were to contact us right now, you'd find you could have some of those surprisingly great rates and good neighbor service right away, as in automatically. Give me or my staff, Austin, Minley, Lori, or Kelly, a call today. 740-439-5385. We think you'll be automatically happy you did.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. And on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
This is too good not to share. I just shopped Kohl's limited time Black Friday early access deals and earned $15 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. That means I saved on an Amazon Kids tablet and earned $15 Kohl's cash. Got a cookware set and a vacuum to earn $30 Kohl's cash on each. And I got an extra 15% off. Doesn't really get better than that.
Amazon coupons do not apply. Select deals valid through November 6th. Sharp deals and 15% off are valid through November 10th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Driving happy with Febreze car.
You're driving home when, oh no, you hit the longest red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. Ha ha! 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as they'd like.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
MVHC Urgent Care provides health care without the wait. Their locations offer extended hours and are fully equipped with x-ray and lab services. You do not have to be an MVHC patient to utilize the urgent care services. Visit one of their convenient locations in Cambridge, Coshocton, Malta, or Zanesville for all your urgent health care needs.
Ew. Stuck in a cycle of rewashing your clothes? Ugh. Because you can't remove tough laundry odor? Ugh. When detergent by itself can't cut it, use new Downy Rinse and Refresh. With a breakthrough odor-removing formula, it removes odors in one wash, better than the leading value detergent in 3 washes, keeping all your laundry fresh. Now you can break the cycle of rewashing with Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
We're back at the fairgrounds. Last time this year, Redskins come away with a 56-12 win over the Sciotoville East Tartans. Big win, dominating performance by Caldwell from start to finish. I don't think they were stopped all night on offense by the Tartans, who just didn't have an answer defensively. They moved the ball. They played some tough football, but Caldwell, too much talent on the outside, too much speed for the Tartans, and they end up advancing here in the D7 playoffs, and they'll take on a tough River team next week.
Bill, not only were they not stopped, they weren't even slowed down. I mean, it was just amazing the quickness that they were able to score. They only ran, what I see here, they only ran a total of 33 plays the whole night and put 56 points on the board. That's incredible.
Yeah, really, and some big plays, and we are let's talk about the fact that this is the Fresh Start floor covering post-game report. Fresh Start floor covering on the square in Caldwell. They have over 30 years experience. They lay it right so that you can walk on it for years and years. That's Fresh Start floor covering. And I'm sure that Redskins, they pretty much walked on East tonight, 56-12. Mike, we've got a number of things to talk about. Let's give us a little thumbnail on the stats, because dominating performance by the Redskins on offense and defense. East played tough. They just couldn't hang with Caldwell. Too much talent.
Well, when Caldwell was scoring as quickly as what they were, you can't expect it to amount 20 play drives just to score because you're not going to keep up. They rushed the East Tartans rushed the ball tonight 51 times, 229 yards, and most of those came actually in the first half. They had 4 main ball carriers, and they were all pretty close in yardage. Dylan Fitzgerald, the human bowling ball, 10 carries, 61 yards. I was impressed with Landon Purnell tonight. 17 carries, 60 yards, all those hard-earned. Cameron Justice got one of the touchdowns for the Tartans the first half. 11 carries, 56 yards, and the quarterback Austin Boffman, 10 carries, 45 yards. So well distributed there. But the thing of it is, they were not able to mount any kind of an aerial attack. They were only 1 out of 4 through the airways, 15 yards. Of course, no touchdowns and 1 interception.
I looked at their stats and some of their games, and I only got to see a few videos, and they posted the stats at the end of the highlight reels. When they were winning games, they were running like 350, 400 yards a game. They might throw for 20, maybe. I think I saw one game where they threw for over 100 yards. But typically, they dominated on the ground. Caldwell, they came in here with a pretty good idea of what the Tartans were going to do.
They knew exactly, I tell you. And when you line up like the Tartans do, foot to foot offensively, you really limit yourself what you're going to be able to do. And the Redskins just jammed so many people in the box tonight. They gave the Tartans nowhere to run.
Well, hey, let's talk about some of the Caldwell statistics first. Then I want to get to our play of the game and our drive of the game and our player of the game. So Redskins. This is kind of a highlight reel for statistics, but go through as much as you can, Mike.
I tell you, they only rushed the ball 20 times for a total of 374 yards. And for you mathematicians out there, that's just a little less than 20 yards a carry tonight. Their 3 main ball carriers, all of them, well, 2 of the 3 were 100-yard rushers, and Tice DeVauld missed it by 5 yards. Marshall Sayer, the senior running back, only 7 carries for 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. We mentioned Tice DeVauld had the long 87-yard run. He had 2 other carries. So tonight for a total of 95 yards. And the quarterback, Cale Bender, only 6 carries, but for 113 yards and an impressive 4 touchdowns.
His second play of the game, he had, 60-yard run?
Yeah.
He just...
And he just, you don't realize how fast he is until he starts pulling away from, defensive backs like he did tonight.
Yeah. So
through the airways, he was 7 out of 13. Not one of his better performances there for 117 yards, 1 touchdown, but he did not throw any interceptions.
Let's talk about our Dudley Satellites play of the game, and both you and I agreed on this one, and it was really the one where the Redskins showed that you're going to have a tough time with us because of our speed, and it was an 87-yard run by Tice DeVauld, and man, he just exploded out of the backfield.
Like shot out of a cannon. And again, the young man is pretty good size. He's about 6'1", 205, and I tell you, he showed tremendous speed once he got through the second line of defense.
Yeah, his offensive line gave him a pretty good hole, but he just blew right up the sidelines, 87 yards. That gave the Redskins a 14-0 lead. So that is our Dudley Satellites play of the game. Now our drive of the game brought to you by Farmers and Merchants Bank. It happened. It was the end of the first half. It was East scoring their second touchdown. They cut the Caldwell lead to 27-12. And I'm thinking, okay, we've got a little bit of a competitive game. Caldwell has looked a lot better than East, but, East is still in it. It's 27-12.
And we knew that they were getting the football to come out the second half.
You said they left them 1:15. You said, oh, that's too much time. And I thought, well, maybe not. Well, that's why you're the expert, Mike.
I'm far from an expert, but it didn't take too much to figure out that as quickly as they were able to score that they would have definitely an opportunity. And the thing of it is, Braxton Dudley returned that kickoff down to the 40-yard line, and there was a 15-yard penalty that moved it back to the Caldwell 45, and it still didn't, keep them from scoring.
2 long incompletions by Bender, and on 3rd down and 10, he dropped back, and they came in heavy rush, and he just He wove his way down the field for about 40 yards, quick into Dudley, and then they took it in. And it was, before you knew it, it was 35-12, and they never looked back.
For all intents and purposes, the game was over at halftime, and a lot had to do with that drive.
Yeah, so and that is our Farmers and Merchants Bank drive of the game. Now we have one more piece of business, and this was actually pretty easy tonight. It is our player of the game, brought to you by Plus One Pizza, and we agreed on this as well, which is no surprise.
Junior quarterback Cale Bender tonight, again on the ground, only 6 carries, but for 113 yards. Again, that's just a little less than 20 yards a carry. 4 touchdowns. He also threw for 117 yards, an additional touchdown, and again, no turnovers tonight.
So our Plus One Pizza player of the game, number 28, Cale Bender, congratulations to him. Plus One Pizza, Cambridge, Caldwell, or Byesville, featuring signature pizzas and a full Italian menu. Visit PlusOnePizza.com. Congratulations going out to number 28, Cale Bender. Congratulations to the Redskins. Another round in the playoffs. You know, and I watched a coach talking to his football team before their game. And you know what he said? He looked at him and he said, you know what I want, guys? One more game with you. One more game. So Chance Rucker, he gets that tonight.
It's amazing. I just looked up the River score, almost the identical score of the one here tonight. They rang up a 55-12 win against Fairfield Christian tonight. So it will definitely be the Redskins and Pilots next week.
Bishop Reedy is beating St. Clairsville. How about that?
The Cambridge Bobcats right now are tied with the East High Tigers of Columbus, 20-20 in the fourth quarter. The Wheelersburg score just blows my mind. They're up on Barnesville 55-31 in the fourth quarter.
Could be the end of
That's
the channel.
Undefeated.
Yeah,
Barnesville
boy, good-looking football team. Wheelersburg, they must have come to play tonight. That's a team from down near where East is from, so another good one right there. Anything else on
One other one, also in the same region with Caldwell and River, Waterford.
Yes.
Beat the Eastern Eagles 34-7. So we kind of consider them a local team, down there right across the river from
It
Beverly.
was 7-6 Eastern at the half. So congratulations to the Wildcats. We've been down there. They treat us pretty well down there. We had a good time. We've been down there a few times, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
Yeah. So
good people.
The important thing tonight, though, is that Caldwell lives to play another day.
And again, those of you listening or watching at home, remember that if you are interested in finding out where that game will be played next week, it will be announced by the High School Athletic Association sometime Sunday afternoon. And again, that game will be played next Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. Redskins will be traveling, but so will everybody else.
That's right. Everybody starts to travel next week.
That's right. But the final score here tonight, Caldwell dominates. They come up with a big win in round 2 of the Division 7 playoffs. Final score one more time. It is Caldwell 56, East 12. Hey, want to thank our technical director, Brandon Hickman. Want to thank our cameraman, Jaron Aber, for some great coverage tonight. Mike Palaziak, my color man. I'm Bill Kassler. Final score one more time. Caldwell 56, East 12. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks for watching high school football from AVC Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Don't Ford, Southeastern Med, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Allen Hunter State Farm, PVF Supply, Doudna Chiropractic, The Battery Depot, Dave's Buy, Sell, and Trade, Muskingum Valley Health Center, McVeigh Funeral Home, Sioux Snowed State Farm, Surgeon Construction, First Ohio Home Finance, and Sharon Stone.